5.
Yes.
I'm Leslie.
I'm Laura.
I'm Sarah.
Woo woo. Well, hi, Laura. So we are rolling tonight.
You don't even want to know what we've been discussing before this podcast.
Doesn't
tonight.
rolling mean doing drugs?
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Like
We're getting a.
That's like if you're rolling a blunt, that means smoking.
I'm just saying that could have a different meaning than you think.
We're getting an education tonight.
I had to in episode 1. I had to describe to them the thing. I had to tell them that taking someone down does not mean killing somebody anymore.
Well, see, I have never seen it used in the way that you've said that.
Really?
But I think the context also matters.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess.
maybe.
Laura, you just did something to make it start buzzing.
I did. I touched it.
Stop.
Stop touching
Ooh,
things.
it gets exciting. When I
Stop
touch-
touching
Stop.
stuff.
Stop.
Now I have a buzz in
It's-
my microphone.
You see why? You see why it takes me 6 hours to edit this shit?
Okay.
So
What are we
tonight-
discussing tonight?
Tonight, for a little bit, we're going to discuss Taylor Swift and her new, what's the name of it? The Dead Poets Department.
No.
Tortured.
The Tortured Poets Department.
So embarrassing.
Well, the Dead Poets Society people
We're
are in her
old.
video for Fortnite, so.
And this is the steadfast Swiftie here.
Oh, no, she's not.
Oh.
She had corrected me.
Hold on.
She follows really serious
She's a
Swifties.
Swiftie.
And so she just kind of pulls off what they say. So she's kind of a faux Swiftie.
I'm not a faux
Imposter.
Swiftie. I'm a day one. But I'm not a psychopath.
What's a day one?
She been with
Since
us since
debut.
day one.
2006th grade.
Oh my god.
2006.
Do you remember
What
when
is
we
that,
saw
18
her?
years?
And I wonder when
I
we
have-
saw her.
I have grown in 2008. I was in 8th grade. Going into 9th.
Such a youngster.
Yes.
A youngster. Little
Kelly
spring
Pickler.
chicken.
Taylor Swift. I think Jack Ingram was there.
Who is Jackie?
Where?
For Brad Paisley.
They were all
They
there?
all opened up for
Wait a
him.
minute. Who? Taylor, who, and Jack?
And Kelly Pickler.
Yeah,
And
Kelly
I think
Pickler.
Jack
I don't
Ingram.
remember seeing her.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all, if y'all are old like us, you know you saw Brad Paisley at the wharf in Orange Beach, and all I can remember is Taylor Swift opened for him. I don't remember that the other two were there.
Kelly
Wasn't that
Pickler. I swear
something?
Kelly Pickler
I
and
think
Jack
Kelly-
Ingram were there.
I don't
And
know.
it was WT. We were sweating bullets over there.
It is hot.
Even the beer was cold. It was terrible.
Even
my
the beer
God.
was
But
cold,
even
or was the
weather
beer hot?
great. The weather was like, whoa.
You said even the beer was cold.
It was hot.
We're going to talk about this new album.
Okay.
Albums, since there were 2. I mean, is it 2 albums in one or what?
It's a double album.
A double
We
album.
can just call it
A twofer.
one.
A twofer. The main thing that I want to know is, first of all, I don't know all of Taylor Swift's boyfriends. Obviously, she had a lot more than I knew about. And all these songs are about somebody. And what are her clues? I mean, how do y'all know who
I
each
know,
song is
really.
about? Like,
I do not know. This
You
is
do
what I'm
not
talking
know.
about,
Okay.
as I'm not that kind of Swiftie.
Okay.
But I
Okay.
hear what other Swifties say, where they pick out things like "So Long, London" is
What?
about Joe, but it could also
Joe
be
who?
Oh, Alwyn.
Alwyn,
Because
who
he's
she
from
was with
London.
for 6 years.
Okay.
I'm across the pond. I don't know. I don't know geography.
Well, that's
I
it.
don't
They say across
know.
the pond. That's what
Right.
they mean.
Okay. Well,
That is what they
to
mean.
a lot of places.
Like, I mean,
I-
you know, when I say overseas, I mean Fairhope.
And then she had a little brief thing with Matty Healy after.
Who is Matty Healy?
He's the front man for the 1975.
Stupid. Why do you know that?
I was born in 1975, but what is the 1975?
It's a band.
That's what you were
Never
born.
heard of it.
Wasn't that the band that just got in trouble for like in another country?
Ooh, I have no
Oh,
idea. Now I know that Matty Healy is controversial,
Oh.
and he's
Yeah.
done some. People say he's racist and all that. I don't really know.
I know it wasn't that he got on. I think it was the 1975. They were in some country where gay marriage is still illegal, and he like pulled his boyfriend or like some guy up on stage, and he's like, "Well, why would you invite us here if we couldn't screw the person we want?" And then he kissed him on stage, and they got kicked out.
So is
halfway
Matty
through the
Healy
concert.
gay?
I don't know. I
He
think
might
it was the
walk the
1975 though.
But I don't know.
He's just a shocker. He's just shock
Do you
value.
I'll just Google that person for
Okay,
you, and then you'll see why people are like,
Okay,
So
so
it was Malaysia. They were kicked out of Malaysia,
Yeah, because they're probably against all that.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised he didn't get cane.
But I'm saying this is the
He's
little.
cute though.
He is cute.
Well,
I mean, I wouldn't think Taylor would date an ugly person.
Yeah.
I think compared to Taylor Swift, he's a downgrade.
Oh, poor Maddie.
No offense, I just
Sorry.
mean compared to her.
No offense. Sorry, Taylor Swift downgraded.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, she downgraded to you.
Well, I also
It's okay
think that how people receive him, like her fans, other fans, not me, because I don't know anything about him.
But we're saying that this song is about leaving London. Is that what you said?
It's about leaving
Alwyn. Joe Alwyn.
Yeah.
All right. So what was wrong
Maybe,
with them?
I don't know.
What happened, Sarah?
Well, they were together for 6 years and they're not married.
Oh my God. And you know what? Before we start any more of this, go on with this. Sarah, tell us about yourself. Who are
Oh
you?
yeah, that's right, Sarah. Who are you? You have to introduce yourself.
Oh my gosh. I'm Laura's daughter
Oh my
and
God.
Leslie's niece.
What's up?
You know, I'm just here chilling. What else do you want to know? I have 2 children.
What,
And a husband.
Beautiful
And a
and wonderful.
husband.
He's wonderful.
Stay-at-home mom.
Yeah, my husband's away at war.
You're what they call.
He's
Hey.
at work.
Hey, you're what they call a trad wife.
I
Oh,
am.
yeah.
I am.
You are very controversial right now.
I know, it's
Oh.
crazy.
And we're all jealous.
And we're all just, well, I'm not.
Don't be.
Well, hell, that's right. You're controversial too.
But I'm not, well, I'm a trad wife, but I don't have children at home anymore.
Yeah,
So-
Sarah's literally everything
Yeah.
I want to be in like 5 years.
I try to be a trad wife, but I
Oh,
don't
honey,
work.
she,
I'm already kind of there.
she cooks
I
French toast every morning for her
Oh,
kids and
No,
Waffles.
For myself.
for herself.
Sometimes they'll eat it.
Yeah, she just
Other
puts her
times.
kids.
She loves
the kids
like
cereal on the
scraps.
floor. It says here. She's
Well, lately they've been eating raw bread. Just a piece of bread, not toasted,
But the
no
thing is,
butter,
they
no
really
jelly.
don't care. They'll eat anything.
That's what they want. So, okay.
They're so adorable.
Alright.
Okay. So what happened with her and Joe?
I mean, I
She
don't
and
know
Joe.
them personally.
Oh, what? My
Well, people
Lord.
are comparing pictures of them
Then
with
why do people
like.
even care about this song then?
Well, see, now they're not sure if they're about Joe or if they're about Maddie Healy.
Is he
because-
from London?
Mystery.
I don't know if he's from London, but he's from that way.
He's from across the
Yeah.
pond.
Yeah.
I
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't know geography. I'm not really sure what part of Europe.
Well, across
He
the
would
pond
be
is
from.
anybody overseas.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
He
So-
is from London.
okay.
Okay.
All right.
So
So,
we
okay,
moving
so
on.
okay, let me
Onward.
ask you this: Are there Easter eggs in these songs?
I don't know. See, I don't understand that stuff. I'm not a theory Swiftie.
Okay.
I think y'all were very misled.
Well, I'm just going by
Thinking
what I see on TikTok.
Did you go to all her concerts? Yes, we're very misled.
Yeah.
But see,
I think
don't
there's a
take-
song. Who sang that? Misled.
I don't take the
Celine
songs
Dion.
and dissect them in that kind of way. I just take them for what they are, music to listen to.
Okay.
But she does put on a good concert.
And I think that she is an artist that she does write about her real life.
But
And-
she does.
yeah.
But she tells her fans that there are Easter eggs in her videos and in her songs.
No, she doesn't.
I think you're being misled because yes, she does.
Where has she said that directly?
I don't know. I will find a quote.
That's what I'm
They
saying.
said she wore that choker to let them know that at midnight when she was at the award show, to let them know that something was dropping at midnight.
But that's not being direct. But I also think
That's an Easter egg.
But she hasn't said this is what I'm doing and dropping y'all Easter eggs. That's what I'm getting at with being direct. But I think she's noticed that her fans pick up on that and they might take something and run with it. And I think she plays into it for sure.
Oh yeah,
It's good marketing.
absolutely. She's
Oh,
a
yeah.
strategizer.
Yeah, I think her
Yes.
team has
Yeah,
taken
she's
that.
shrewd.
But
she's
I
so
don't
shrewd.
know that that's really what she was trying to do all the time.
Okay.
All right, moving
Okay.
on. What else
so,
we got?
Okay. So Fortnite,
Oh, my.
the first song on the track,
Okay.
or the first track on the album.
Post. Take your tattoo.
Have you seen the video?
Take them on.
I've just seen pieces. I'm not actually watching.
Yeah, watch the whole video. Okay. What do you think of that song? You love it?
I loved it.
Is it your favorite or of this album? Do you
I
know
don't
you
know.
have a
It's-
favorite yet?
It's good. I don't know that I have a favorite.
I don't know, and I'm like,
What do you think of Post Malone on it? You like
I
him?
love him.
I like Post Malone.
Post Malone has surprised me. I really didn't think he was anything.
I like Post
good.
Malone.
Well,
he
I
has a
mean,
lot of
I
good
just
songs.
didn't, and he's really versatile. He's got a good tone.
He's got a
sing.
good
He can
personality.
really sing. Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
He just seems like genuinely a really good person.
He
Like
does.
his episodes on like Good Mythical Morning and
Yeah.
stuff, he just seems super cool.
Oh, okay. I'll have to
Yes,
watch that.
He's pretty neat.
So Post, don't disappoint You stayed
He
the
was
same.
on
He's
Beyonce's
stayed
album
the same.
too.
Yeah.
He's
well,
on
that's
Levi's Jeans. That's a good song.
I have not heard that. That's
Yeah.
Beyonce's
Beyonce's
album.
album is a
Okay,
good
I gotta
album.
listen to Beyonce.
I don't like Beyonce.
Don't
I don't
say
like the way
that.
I don't like the way she sings. Like I've never have though.
Oh,
even from
that's
Destiny,
fine.
even from Destiny's Child, I've just never liked her. The cadence, I guess, of her singing, like it's not
Just okay.
It's different. I don't like
I'll
it.
say that.
I'm just not a fan.
I like her.
I do. I like Beyonce.
I mean,
But I'm
now
not
I do
every
like
song,
I
but
do
I
like Crazy,
Crazy in Love.
Crazy in Love.
Who
I do
don't
like
like
that. Everybody likes
Single
Crazy.
Lady, Cowboy Carter is a good album. It's a vibe.
Okay.
No, I probably won't
I'm
listen
gonna
to it.
have to listen to it because I have not.
Okay.
I'm
I'm just
gonna
going
give
through-
Beyonce a
I'm
chance
just going
to
through some songs that I put stars by that I've listened to that people have said are about certain people. So my boy only breaks his favorite toys. Everybody is saying that it's about Trav.
Oh,
But when I listen to it, I'm like, how is that about Travis? Because this just sounds like some dude that's broken her heart.
So who would that
I've
be?
not even seen that that's about that. I
Uh,
wouldn't think it's about him.
Is the alchemy about him?
I don't think so.
Okay. So
You
none
were
of these
saying
songs are about him?
Well,
because
I
they,
mean,
say
she
there is
says
one,
like
but I don't know.
touchdown and stuff in alchemy, but I think that really would mean like touchdown, like a plane. Because
Yeah.
people are saying no, that's really about Maddie Healy.
Again?
Oh, Maddie Healy's got some.
Yeah,
She-
people
Hey,
are
she has some
thinking-
angst about John Mayer, too.
People are
She wrote some
thinking
few
that
songs
the
about
Maddie
him.
Healy situation started in 2014, so it's always been this just not the right time kind of situation.
How long did they date?
I don't know, like a month or so. It was not long, but if you've had this thing since 2014 and you've been going back and forth, but you're with someone and they're not, but then they're with someone and you're not, so it's just anticipation building and building. It's forbidden because she says it
Why was
wasn't.
he forbidden?
It wasn't sexy because it wasn't
Okay.
forbidden anymore.
So why is Taylor going through so many men? Maybe that's what we need to ask.
Yeah, that's a
not
good
what are the
question.
Easter egg. What's going on, Tay?
Yeah.
Oh, she's a single woman. She can date.
I
Yeah.
was single.
Everybody's been single. I wouldn't date somebody for 6 years without some type of commitment.
You gotta have.
I think 2 years is the max on that.
Well,
Well, I would say 3 is where I'd be
Unless
like,
you're in
what
high
are we
school.
doing? At 3 years, we should be getting engaged.
Yeah.
You're wasting my time.
I say
anyone
2 years
knows
you're wasting
Dr.
But I
Ross
mean, I think
Schlesinger,
2 years is reasonable to have be
4
serious
You
talks.
gotta have 4 years.
But
No,
if
no.
at 3 years we're not really serious about
For
being
2
engaged,
years, you're like in the honeymoon stage.
I think
when you're
you have
dating
to
someone.
talk. I
You
think
are. You have to wait until you get to that point where you can finally see what may be a deal breaker. Because trust me, their colors will finally show.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
it's year 3.
I think
Yeah,
you
it's
date.
different.
I think you should date with intention.
Absolutely.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that, especially when you're
Dating
younger.
is a job interview.
Well, I think. Let me ask you this:
Mm-hmm.
when you dated somebody that you knew you were going to marry,
Uh-huh.
how long did it take you before you realized this is the person I'm going to marry? In your own mind, before you telling them or saying anything, you were like, "This is the one for me."
first date.
First,
Probably.
When we met.
okay,
Which
that
was
is
a
what
year or
Dylan.
two before, yeah.
Okay,
Mine, I probably felt that way with BJ probably after a year.
it took you a year.
It probably was. Now he was like smitten in love within months, and he would tell me, "I love you," just driving down the street, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "You don't love me. You don't know me." And he goes, "Yeah, I do. I love you."
Yeah, it took him how long to ask you to
And I
marry?
don't know how long it took me to tell him I love him.
How long did it take him to ask you to marry
4
him?
years.
Okay.
We were on the
I
same
knew.
point.
Okay, I knew with my
But-
first husband, Eric, who I was married to for 10 years. We met. We were 18. I was 18. He was 19, working at Walmart.
Well, he was a total blindside.
But he was a pest or whatever. But after our second date, I knew I was going to marry him.
Oh, wow.
I didn't tell him that. He knew he was going to marry me when he saw me walking in Walmart.
Oh, girl.
He didn't
No,
know
I
too.
He fit them jeans, girl.
That's right. It was them Guess jeans, and he went home and told his mama. He goes, I saw the girl I'm gonna marry. She's a cashier at Walmart. He worked in sporting goods, and I knew after the second date, I was like, this is the dude I'm gonna marry.
This fat little short guy.
Yeah, this little
with
short
black
fat
hair,
dude.
black hair, waiting by the time clock every day. But
Every
I
day
just
by
know
the
he's
time
going to
clock.
ask me out.
And I didn't. And it's those ones that take you by surprise, and he just
Well, not, but that wasn't what I'm talking about. He blindsided you later.
later.
He was a good guy.
He was a good guy.
He was a very good guy.
He was a very good guy.
Yeah.
And then the only other one I would talk about is Chris. And I knew that, he wanted to marry me from the get-go. Like, I knew that from the get-go.
Oh, he didn't want to marry you since you were 12.
Yeah, I think so. Finally got me.
Yeah.
But I married him pretty quick, and he's the one, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
Okay, we're going to move on down the line with Taylor's songs, because I have another one.
Okay.
Have you listened to Florida?
Yeah, I've listened to all of
What's
them.
it about? Anything?
Like, going away. When you want to reinvent yourself, go to Florida.
Go to Florida?
Running away from
Have you ever heard of Florida Man? That's a real thing.
Yeah, but
They wrestle alligators.
That's not where you go to get away or to
I think
reinvent
it's really
yourself.
just like cross
They beat their women.
Also, can we just appreciate Florence and the Machine on there?
Well,
If you've not
yeah.
listened to her, you need to.
This
I
is
listen-
the one song we have an opinion about. This is the
Okay.
one song I have an opinion about, but it's really me copying JC's opinion, which he loves Florence and the Machine, he loves Taylor Swift, and I'm a huge Florence and the Machine fan. It was just good enough. Nothing spectacular. They're both perfect, but they could have made something so much better.
their voices don't mesh very well together, but you could definitely, it had a lot of Florence's influence in it. It felt very much like her songs. But she's,
I don't think
love
I've
her.
listened to
Yeah.
Florence.
I've seen her. If you get a chance to go see her, just go see her. She's wonderful. I don't know. They talk about, because there's a line that talks about leaving bodies in the swamp or something.
They do
So
that
it does kind of allude to Florida being grimy.
She talks a lot about, Taylor talks a lot about killing people.
Yeah. I'm
It's the tortured poets department.
Okay.
Ah.
I guess so. Who's afraid of little old me?
Leslie, do you watch true crime? Don't
Yeah.
lie.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
And a lot of it happens in Florida.
Yeah, there you go.
She sings about killing people, and you watch 24-hour reruns of people killing people.
I do. Okay. Thank you, Amy.
Oh.
Now, is that about him?
She
Well,
has.
she's got,
She knows about this.
I've listened to it really
but
well.
she has the KIM capitalized.
Yes, she
that's
does.
obviously a call out to Kim. But I think it could be anybody, really.
Do you think she should just let it go? I mean, are we being petty at this point?
No, because really it is a thank you at the end. I think she talks about her feelings of man, you made me feel small and all that. But at the end she does say thank you because without her she wouldn't be where she is today.
So really, without Kanye, she wouldn't be where she is today. Because without Kanye, there would be no Kim, and without Kim, there'd be no
Kim is the one who released the tape though. And that's when you go into the Reputation era when Taylor went dark.
Oh.
There was nothing on social media. She erased her Instagram, all of that. You did not hear from her, and then you slowly started to see this snake come up on Instagram. And y'all want to know? I gotta talk about it.
Tell
Do it. Tell it, girl.
You want to know
We
where
want
I
to know
was?
tea.
When I first heard a new Taylor Swift song, and it was a Reputation song, and it was "Are You Ready for It?" It was the promo for the Alabama versus FSU game, whatever year that Reputation came out. Okay, I'm waiting tables. I'm and I start hearing it
Well, wait a second.
in the middle of the night. I was like, "This Taylor Swift." I rushed to my table, then I went and told my fellow Swiftie Tim. I said, "Tim, that is Taylor Swift."
singing a
And then
song.
she announced Reputation album. Oh, that is such a fond memory.
Were you at Heroes at the time?
Yes.
Oh, my.
I think that was one of the first Alabama game too.
Oh, my goodness.
She couldn't have planned that any better.
I
I was
swear.
like, dang.
Go Tay-Tay.
This
Roll
is
Tide.
good. It fit really good with the everything.
Roll Tide Road.
Roll Tide
Flawless.
And then the Alchemy.
Okay.
Everybody says it's about Trav, but you say no.
Well, see, people
Or you don't know.
I don't know. People are thinking it's about Travis because she uses terms like touchdown, and then she says you're best mates or blokes or something.
Yeah, they're holding
to
you up in a
lift
chair.
But it's
Yeah.
okay, we've got bloke in there.
You've
which
won
is
the trophy.
slang from who? It wouldn't be American slang.
No, it's
Joe.
from London.
Okay. And then touchdown, the football, but also
Or it could be-
plane touching down across the pond.
Or
Yes.
touchdown. Well, no, I don't guess so. Football. Y'all saying football, I'm thinking soccer. But that wouldn't
Soccer,
take away into
they
that.
don't do
touchdown.
soccer and touchdown.
It's a
I
goal.
think it's about Joe.
Okay.
I really don't.
It's gotta be Trav.
That's
I don't
Travis.
think it's it doesn't make
I
sense.
feel like she needs to write a better song about Travis.
Yeah.
Like,
She might not have any songs about Travis.
Oh, she's got
Only
songs
if she
about
breaks.
Travis.
If
But I'm
Travis
saying
does
there
something bad,
might-
she's gonna have a song
There
about
might
him.
not be a lot of Travis on this album though.
That's what, yeah, I think it's too soon for
So I
him.
mean, she's probably written a lot of this since her breakup, which was what, a year ago, over a year ago.
well,
She's
then-
got this in her safe
So
deposit
let me
box
ask you
at the
this,
back.
Sarah,
Just wait.
as a sort of Swiftie or whatever you say you are, do you like Travis and her? Do you think they're a good couple? Do you think they're good for each other? Sort of.
I don't know.
I know one thing they're
I know
gonna
what
do.
I'm saying, but this
If
one,
they
like,
get
I
married,
think they
they're
look
gonna have
good
big
together.
babies.
yes, because
They're
they're both
big
big.
I think they look good together.
They're gonna have a basketball team.
He's just tall enough. The build's right. Okay, shoulders. Can we? Shoulders.
Travis is built.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
have not seen.
He's a linebacker.
That's a man.
Y'all see him without a shirt or something?
I'm not talking about.
Yes,
I'm
at the
talking
beach.
about just the
That's
broadness
his
of
broad.
his shoulders.
Oh, I did see that.
He's
picture.
built like
He's too
a
hairy.
man.
He's too hairy.
He's a man.
Well, you know what? My husband's hairy, so
I
I
don't like all
don't
that.
care.
I'm not about it. Okay.
Well, guess what?
Men need to be hairy.
That's right. So it
Well,
separates the
There is
men.
such thing as too much hair.
Men need
But
to
I
be
mean, if
hairy.
you don't have hair on your chest, that's kind of
Yeah, you gotta have the hair on your chest.
Right, you need a little
Yeah.
bit.
I don't.
I mean, he
like
doesn't
I
have a
wanna
hairy
brush it.
back, at least, unless he has it waxed.
That's fine. They can have a little bit of shoulder tufts.
that.
No, that's fine.
No,
Body
no,
hair is
no,
okay. Yes.
On men.
I want a man.
You can't
I
have
want
hair
a
on your chest,
hairy man.
Sarah.
Well, I don't want hair on my chest. But if
Oh, yeah.
some other woman wants hair on their chest, you go
No.
for it.
Oh, speaking of men's chest, and this is like totally way off of everything that we've talked about. Everything. But this one, y'all, I don't know, I was thinking about men's chests. That's weird. So this trans woman.
Oh my.
In what sport? Where are we going?
I hope it ain't swimming.
This
Is it
trans,
cool?
So it's a trans woman, so it's a man being a woman. Okay. It's taking hormones or whatever, and it's breastfeeding a baby.
No.
Oh, that's
Chest
what's
feeding.
going
Is this
on.
the one where it's not actually like
Oh wait, this is a
For a
woman
child,
trying to
it's
be
like a
a
branch
It's a
child.
man being a woman who
And
is
she's
their
chest
baby.
feeding.
You can. There are
there's one that
hormones.
was a grandchild. I thought.
Well,
Or
this
like a
is-
sister.
This is a couple. This is a trans woman, which is a man trying to be a woman,
Okay.
and a man. So
Two men.
two men,
Mhm.
and they've adopted this baby, and he has taken hormones that makes his breast produce some type of something. Nobody knows what. It's not milk, but whatever.
A lot of the medical
And-
industry is trying to say, oh, it's just the same. It's just the same.
It's
diet."
not.
No,
It's the
There's
same.
not.
I mean, you're not
Okay.
even really supposed to take
To
estrogen
me,
while you're breastfeeding.
That is the most
Disgusting,
perverted
disturbing
thing I've ever heard of. Why does a man want a baby to suck on his nipples?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't agree with it.
No.
Thank you. Thank. Do you think? Okay, so not only men trying to be in women's sports and stuff, but they're trying to erase women. I mean,
Yes.
that is something that is precious to us.
Yes.
God created us to have babies and to be able to produce food
Yes.
for them and stuff like that. Why do men want to do that? Do you think? Do you think it's a power trip?
I-
Like,
so
that's
I have-
something
I'm
they
not-
can't do. Like it's
Yes.
they can't create life. Even though they are
Trans
creating
men
life.
do not try to take up the same amount of space when it comes to men's spaces.
I don't know what that means.
So trans men,
Trans
females to male, do not approach it the
You
same
never even
way.
hear about that hardly.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah.
Because at the heart of it,
Because men
you're
are
male.
men jealous of women?
I don't think so, but I think men are competitive. They're more competitive.
But why? Okay, so they want to compete with
So
breastfeeding.
Oh, you think
you can
breastfeed?
I can breastfeed. Another, I know a guy said that was breastfeeding his baby. He said it was almost orgasmic.
And that's
And I was
sickening.
like, let me tell you something.
This
When
is
a
a
woman
precious
is
baby.
breastfeeding her child, probably the last thing she's feeling is orgasm.
Yeah.
Saying that actually sets women back a lot
Yeah.
because you want the public to be comfortable with a woman simply
Yeah.
feeding her child.
And it's
when
not
people come and
sexual.
do that
Yeah.
kind of stuff,
Yeah,
it
it's
takes
not
it
a
away and
yeah.
puts
Yeah.
people off.
Yes.
I shouldn't feel uncomfortable if I need to feed my child in public, which I covered.
Yeah.
That's my
And
personal
I think
preference.
you should.
But I don't think
You
that if you don't have a cover, I've served a woman and she was feeding her child and it wasn't weird.
Well, if you're not being crazy
Well,
obvious.
she wasn't, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying she was in the back booth. But even like you can tell when people are just
Yeah.
doing it to
To
get
be
attention.
attention,
But I'm
yeah.
like, the majority of women are just doing what they need to do to take care of their kid.
Yeah, I agree. But if men want to breastfeed, there's something wrong with you.
Yes.
I don't care. I said it.
Yes, there's something
I-
wrong with you. And especially if you think it's orgasmic. That you should be in
Yeah.
jail, under the
Yeah.
jail,
Women
whatever
are
you need to
not-
do. Because what are you doing to this poor? And first of all, we don't even know what we're feeding this baby.
That tells you right there.
I mean, that's
that-
not a good thing.
They know
Like,
nothing about what women.
I mean, what you're
feel
feeding your baby
and
is
think.
absolutely
They
necessary
don't know
for
the
your
true
baby.
essence of being a woman, if that's what they think.
No.
Because women are not getting off feeding their babies.
No,
That is
I
a precious, sacred moment between mother and child, and it
Yes.
should be treated as such. You are giving your child sustenance to keep them alive and
Yes.
healthy.
Yes.
That is all you're thinking. And half the time you're thinking, I wish this damn baby would hurry up and eat so I could go do something.
I'm bored sitting here. My nipples are cracking. My
Yeah,
back
I
hurts.
I'm sore.
Hurry up, I gotta cook, I gotta wash clothes, I gotta, we gotta get out here and go grocery shopping. There are other things to do. This is not the highlight of my day.
It's just insanity to me. It drives me crazy that
There-
these men want to be in women's sports and they want to they just want to beat women down. I'm like, why? Even most guys that say that, that they were, born in they're born in the wrong body, they feel like a woman or whatever, they really don't. They don't know what a woman feels like. They don't act like a woman. Women do not
We
overly
can't go
act
for
like
men
women. You know what I'm
feel
saying? Like it's almost like a caricature of women.
Yes.
It's like they're making a mockery of being a woman. It's like,
That's all they have to go on.
I know, because
Yeah.
they're not really a woman, but they feel,
But
I'm a
they-
woman, but they're not.
They're
It's
more
like,
of a woman than I am.
you don't know what it is to feel like I feel.
I think there are trans people who respect
And it's just,
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's all trans people. I think
It's definitely not.
Yeah, I think
there's
there
always
are,
exceptions to the
Yeah,
rule.
I'm like, I think a lot of them they understand like they're a trans woman or they're a trans man.
Right.
They're not.
Well, I don't believe in that at all. I think it's a psychological problem. You're not born in the wrong body, and I think it's really, really wrong to encourage it. I feel help because something in your brain is wrong. You weren't created wrong, and there is, and some people are literally born androgynous.
Yeah.
Like that is a real thing. That's an endocrine problem. It's a very rare, but it does happen. It's like 1.2% of the population
You can have like
have
complete
that.
androgen sensitivity disorder.
Yes.
Like, and
But I mean,
you're a
some
woman
people
with, like,
are
testicles.
born with both sets of genitalia. I mean, that's a thing. I worked for that. Hermaphrodite. Wait, okay, I said the wrong thing. I'm drunk. It's a hermaphrodite. But regardless, that's a real medical problem. And usually they can correct that at birth.
Yeah.
Because right then they can start giving that hormone
Yeah.
that they
can
need.
figure
They
out
can,
what.
they can figure that out. And some parents choose to do that, and some parents choose not to do that. And I think the parents who choose not to do that, those children tend to have more
Yeah, they're doing a
problems
disservice.
because they don't know.
And you can't let a 3 and a 5-year-old choose what sex they want to be. They don't even know what a sex is. If I ask my child right now and my grandchildren right now what sex they are, they would look at me like I had 4 heads.
Henry
God.
plays that. I'm a dog.
Paw Patrol.
I'm Paw
you
Patrol.
would say, I'm Henry.
I'm
Yeah,
Henry.
Henry.
I'm Henry.
Because children are easily led.
Yes, but
and it sucks.
but
It
why
makes-
why is that community? Okay, so when they have a gay parade, a gay pride parade or whatever in Mobile or in wherever they have it, how come you have to be half naked, whips and chains, dog collars around your neck?
But why are you gearing it toward
What
children?
is that? Like, why is that the gay community? I mean,
It's because they've always so at least
why
in
is
the
it
past.
a perverted type of whatever? I mean,
Yeah, well, in the past it's because they've always felt like they were on the fringes, so they fell in with that kind of like BDSM, S&M, whatever kind of communities. So when they were able to come out in the open, they brought everything out in the open.
I know, but
These niche, since they used to be a niche group,
Some
they're
things
just like,
need to be
well, let's just
private.
bring
like,
the whole
keep your
niche
bedroom
group
in
out.
your bed. I mean, whatever happens between
I'm not saying it's right.
Some
I'm just
things-
saying that's why those
some things
that
are
like
sacred and they're private, and your personal private sex life should be kept that way.
Yeah.
I mean, do you really want me and Chris bragging around?
If you're gonna have it, you need to figure out, where's the line with kids. But
The line is you don't do that in front of children.
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You
But
just don't.
like, you don't do all that if you're gonna invite kids. But
You
if
know.
we're just doing like, hey, this is understood, like, don't bring your kids.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything wrong
Dylan
with.
don't need to be parading around and just let a chaps at
And
home
you know
with the
people
children and people.
He better not do it in front of his kids.
We are.
Oh my
a,
god.
I don't know, like body confidence.
I don't know.
Well, listen, our dad used to walk around in his tidy whities all the time. And we didn't care. We walked around in our shirt and panties in front of our dad.
A little kid.
I mean, even into teenagers.
But Daddy didn't really do that. I mean, he came out of his bedroom to go to
Oh,
the
he
bathroom
walked
or
around
to walk
in his
into the-
underwear and nothing else
But I mean,
all
he
the
was
time.
on a mission to do something. It wasn't like he just paraded around the house.
And it wasn't boxers, it was tidy whities.
But then he did
Hey.
box.
And if we hear
He
the
did have
sound,
boxers.
No, Daddy did not.
Yes, he did.
No, he did
or
not.
what?
He wore Hanes underwear. Laura, how many
He
times?
did, but he also wore boxer shorts.
I've
Yeah.
never seen him in
I've
boxer
never seen Pawpaw in boxer shorts. And I grew up with him.
People. This might not.
I mean, I'm just saying.
You grandchildren should not.
I
see
folded
boxers.
my dad's clothes all my life, and I never folded a pair of boxer shorts.
Oh, yes, he
Ever.
did. Yes, he did.
Okay.
Ask Mama.
I'm
Call Grandma.
Where's Karen? Where's
Yes.
Karen? Hey, can we take a pause because we need to get some wine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So what we got tonight?
Tonight, okay, we're doing our little wine tasting thing. This is Fly Bird Pineapple Coconut Pina Colada Wine Cocktail. So we're gonna see. Our producer can't taste this because she's allergic to pineapple and color.
And we ain't got no time for that.
We ain't got no time for that. But so we're all gonna try it.
All we have here is a golf cart to drive her to the urgent care, and I just don't think that's gonna work down 98.
It's 8 o'clock. Urgent care is closed.
Shit. Well, then you don't want to depend on us. Good Lord, Lily, we
I mean,
don't
not a lot.
like
Because
it.
I don't really like pina colada.
She's just
I
doing
got,
this.
I got 2
Two. Okay, so hold on.
Sarah.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
let's.
then we have to open one.
Does it smell like a pina colada?
Hardly smells. But I
Oh,
think
it's a very light smell. Okay.
yeah. I like
Cheers.
It. I like it.
Cheers.
Okay.
Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Let's see what we think.
Whoa.
Whoa, mama. What is the alcohol content in this stuff?
It's tangy. And it tastes like it's got a lot.
It tastes like a pina colada.
It does.
Sarah,
taste
you
like
look
a
like
pina
you're
colada.
dying.
But and it is
I'm not a
pineapple-y.
coconut kind of person.
It's very pineapple-y.
It's pineapple-y.
It's not.
I don't even taste pineapple.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, it's got
I'll
pineapple.
tell
The pineapple's kind of over.
It's
oh,
strong.
yeah.
alcohol. It just
It's
tastes like alcohol.
Strong.
And how strong is it? Does it say?
Yeah,
what
it's
Probably like
alcohol
12.
content?
It'll be a little writing.
I know.
Oh, look on the back. It's
I am.
high.
Look
It's
on
in that
it.
corner. It's in the corner. Up, up, up.
Oh, it's 15%.
Oh,
We're gonna be drunk after we drink this little glass of wine.
This last little bit of this podcast gonna be just
It's gonna be
fire.
crunk.
It's gonna be fire.
So you don't like coconut? So do you not like coconut rum or anything like that either?
Oh, well, I knew this right away when I drank this.
Okay, well, I have to say, since we're talking about coconut and pina coladas,
You put the lime in the
I've had 2 really good pina coladas.
I love coconut.
One of them was at the Sunspree Resort. I don't know if you remember. We went there.
Let me tell you something. That's so strong.
I was dating BJ. We weren't married, and me and you and Mikey and BJ.
Okay, so this is a pina colada.
It was in Fort Walton Beach, and this is where we found those really cool shells under the pier. Do you remember that? The white ones with the long
Most of my
thing?
childhood is just
It's a blur.
A blur.
Okay.
It's a blur.
Anyway, that resort had the best pina colada. One of the best. And then the second best, yeah, it was called the Sunspree Resort. It was nice. Anyway,
Go ahead.
we stay in the bar. That's where we normally stay.
Love
every
it,
year.
the bar.
It's so wonderful over there. So if you know Navarre, you know Juanas. And they have a fine pina colada. Bushwhacker and Miami Vice.
Yes.
So hot. Oh, so hot.
Yes.
Hot.
And what's it called? Juana's what?
Pagoda.
Juana's Pagodas. I was
Yeah.
gonna say Juana's Cabanas, and I was like, that's not right.
Close enough.
But it's Juana's Pagodas.
That'll
Sounds
work.
better.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, I'm a margarita girl, and I know a good margarita. I have had margaritas all over everywhere, even across the pond. Is would Italy be across the pond?
I guess so.
Okay, because we went to.
We're
gonna devote-
the big old ocean.
We're gonna devote one of our podcasts to Italy, but we're gonna have to do it when our other sister's here.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. If you're from Mobile and you go to Mellow Mushroom, and is Mellow Mushroom is it like a franchise everywhere? Or is it
Yes.
Is it local? It's everywhere.
Mhm.
Okay, they make a damn good margarita.
Ah.
Like it is thebomb.com. It's like fire.
I do not like margaritas.
She does
I
not
don't
like
like
it.
tequila.
I
But I love, which I don't know what kind of drink it is, but the Cayman Jacks.
Oh yeah, she likes the
I
Cayman
think maybe
Jack.
they only have real tequila. I don't
I
know
think
what
it
it
has
is.
tequila in it.
But
I don't think
those
it's
are
those are
really
awesome.
good. So that
And
might get me.
Have you had the Paloma one yet? I'm
I
sure you
think
have if you
so.
had the mix, the different pack
I
or
think I
whatever.
have, yeah.
The Paloma's my favorite.
I
It
like
is-
just
oh,
the
I
regular and the
love
strawberry.
it.
The
I love
strawberry is my favorite.
Girl.
Oh, it's so good.
The Paloma. But the Cayman Jacks give me a headache, and I don't know what's in it that does it.
Sugar. Gotta be.
Maybe so. Because I can drink margaritas all day long, but
Yeah.
the Cayman
And
Jacks.
cheap alcohol.
And what?
Cheap alcohol
Oh.
will give you a headache.
Hey, you know what won't give you a headache? The Casamigos or
Casamigos.
Casamigos tequila.
Who is that? Diddy or
I think it's it's
Jay-Z?
No, it is Clooney. I think it's George Clooney.
George Clooney does? Oh, he
I
might.
I think he does the
do it.
Casamigos,
Okay.
and somebody else does one. Matt, who do we like? What's his name? Matthew McConaughey. He does. I don't know if he does Casamigos. I don't think he's Casamigos. He's another kind of tequila, and I want to try it. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Casamigos is George Clooney, and it doesn't give you a headache. It doesn't give you a hangover or whatever. And then Matthew McConaughey also has a tequila. I don't know the name of it, but I want to try it so bad. I'm gonna look it up and find it because I'm a tequila girl. I like to. I can shoot Patron. I can shoot
I
Jose
used to shoot in
Cuervo.
my 20s, but I can't do it now.
Did you shoot tequila?
I
Me and her
tried
used to shoot back then.
everything. I drank everything.
And now it makes me want to gag.
I didn't care what it was. I drank it straight out the bottle. But Jack was
Oh
my
my-
Jack was my friend.
Yeah.
I'm a Rumplemix girl.
Oh, disgusting.
Well,
That
I was a Goldschlager girl, and if you know, you know.
That's disgusting.
we did that going to Garth Brooks.
Yes, yes, we did do that
Baton
one at Garth Brooks.
Rouge. Oh,
And
yeah.
I did that to my best friend in the world, Wendy. Her bachelorette party when she was getting married to Robert. We shot. Well, we did moonshine, and then we shot Goldschlager, and then I got sick in the front yard, and I couldn't go to her party. So, and
She was sick as a dog.
my other sister stayed home because I had alcohol poisoning,
Oh my god.
and
It was awful.
It was awful. And then I had to get my kids because I was divorced at the time, and I got my kids the next day. And you have the shakes afterwards or whatever because you don't have anything in your body. And
Ugh.
but I cooked homemade soup that day, and everybody came over and ate.
You know what I did?
She's a trooper.
When I was serving at Heroes.
Oh god.
Oh,
Sarah.
Sarah, should you be telling the story out
Should
loud?
you?
Listen, when I worked downtown, I drank all the time.
I know that.
I
Amen to that.
was a functioning
Maybe I know
alcoholic.
that.
I think I'm a
For real.
I think I might be a functioning alcoholic.
I went into work drunk. Listen, I would go on break working doubles. I would go across the street to Haley's. I walked into that place, and my manager, God bless Sean.
This day
I
know this.
probably had cameras, but Chandra, good old Chandra,
Sean.
love him, our manager, would watch me walk in the front door with my drink,
Sarah.
and I'd finish it, and then I'd go clock in. They can't get in, not clocked in.
Sarah.
And so what? That's what everyone did, but that's not what I was gonna say. So I would get up, right, 2 hours of sleep, hungover or still drunk.
Because you can do
Walked
that shit
out-
in your 20s.
Walked out on the deck taking an order. You know what happened? I had to throw up.
Did you go through
But
it?
I swallowed that down.
Trooper.
That's
And
disgusting.
took the order
Trooper.
and then went and put it on the POS and then I went and vomited.
Oh,
And I felt so much better.
That's what you do. That's how you do it.
That's how you handle business.
That's how you handle business. When you gotta make that money,
Oh,
honey.
period.
I did it.
Period. You got to do it.
I'll never forget that.
Because
Like,
I'll never
I
forget it
know
now,
it.
and I should have never
Like,
let him
bubble
do that.
up. Just a bubble.
I guess we can't talk about your experience.
What experience?
It's like
We're about to talk about some stupid stuff here. We do not condone drinking and driving,
the
obviously.
driveway experience.
Well, I think honestly, a lot of people have seen that.
If you
Okay,
guys
so
talk
we're
about this, I need the video of her falling out of the car.
We have the
love.
Oh yes.
Oh well, we can do
She
that.
can't
Sarah, do
insert.
you mind?
Do you mind it being on the podcast?
Do you want it to?
I don't really care because you know what? That's my past.
It is.
Without my past, I wouldn't be who I am.
We've all
today.
grown and learned.
So
I've
this,
never fallen out of a car drunk again.
but
She's a
listen,
responsible young lady.
listen.
She is.
We all do stupid shit.
She's a hard worker.
And anybody who
She's the
says
best mama.
they haven't done stupid shit is lying.
They are.
You're
You're just lying, okay? Because I will tell you right now, by the grace of God, am I alive today?
Oh yeah.
There are many nights that I drove home that I shouldn't
I
have.
shouldn't.
And other people are alive.
And other
That's
people-
probably the stupidest thing. Not
Yeah.
me dying, but that I could have hurt someone.
Yeah, you could have hurt
Oh
someone
my
else,
God.
and we did it, and you learn from it. I mean, but you do stupid shit,
Oh yeah.
and some people aren't so lucky, and you just wonder,
Yeah.
why
Wow.
me? Why did I?
Because I drove
Make
home
it
one night,
through
but
that.
I got really.
There's been a
drunk.
couple of nights I came home and I don't remember how I got
It's
home.
muscle memory.
I don't
It has
know
to
what
be,
it is,
because
I
I was
swear
like,
I could have been asleep.
How did I
don't
get
know.
here? How did I make it home?
And I should have never made it home.
And maybe we shouldn't say that on this podcast and we're
But
gonna get drugged through the
it's-
mud,
That's
but
true. But
um,
hey,
everyone's
stupid in
done
your
it.
20s.
I don't know if you can say everyone's done it, but the majority of people
You're
have
stupid
done
when
it.
you're young.
Everyone's done stupid
And
things
you
they shouldn't
are-
have that could have hurt other people.
Exactly.
Whether it be drunk
And then-
driving or anything
Or
else.
anything else.
And
That
I'm not
doesn't
proud
make
of
it
it.
right.
I'm not proud of
It's
it.
not right. We don't
Because-
condone it. We do not condone it.
I think about that all the time.
Because
like,
I'll tell you what scares.
how did I
I'll
make
tell
that,
you what has
make
scared
that drive?
me to death about my children has always been if they, and I stress to them, and I know our parents stress to us, don't drink and drive, don't drink and drive. But
Oh,
they
that's
did
all
it.
they did.
Yeah, that's all they did. But
But do
they
as I say.
didn't. They
No,
didn't
don't
do it to us like I did. Like I always told my kids, if you can call me, I'll come get you.
Yeah.
I won't fuss at you, whatever. Whatever.
Absolutely.
But our parents didn't really say that, so I don't think they just like don't be stupid. But I've always been so terrified of
Your
my
mama told me
kids
that.
getting in an
Mama did tell
accident.
me
She
that.
didn't tell me that.
She did tell me that.
Of them getting in an accident and like hurting somebody and going to jail. Because I think I would just die. Because I'm like,
I think that would be. Like,
it would be so devastating.
child
Yes.
dying would be bad, but I feel like
If
them
they-
going to prison would be like,
Worse.
yeah.
To know
And
that
I
there
think you would
couldn't-
hold some
yeah.
guilt that your child
Oh,
killed
God,
someone.
Yes.
Yes, but
too.
then, but you're also like, I feel for parents who lose a child to drunk driver. Like another kid killed your kid because that kid was driving drunk. I also feel for the parent of the drunk driver because kids
They don't think.
they don't think, their
They think
brains
they're
aren't fully
invincible.
developed. They're not intentionally trying to
Kill someone.
kill somebody. And I think if that happens to an otherwise normal kid or whatever, I feel like that's lesson learned. I don't think they need to go to prison for it.
They do, because they should be held accountable.
They
If
need.
I killed someone while
They
drunk
need
driving, I would
something.
need to go to prison.
Okay.
I took a
because-
life.
I
I
mean, you
knew
did
what I
take a
was
life.
doing when
Yeah.
I started drinking.
And that's a big deal.
And you always
It is a big
know
deal.
when
It
you
is a
should
big
stop drinking. People say they don't know when I should stop drinking. Yes, you do. But
well,
you're not. You do
You
though.
do.
You should be conscious when you go in
but
drinking.
sometimes when you're having such a good time, you just don't think.
I'm
Because for
really
one thing,
Hey,
you're getting drunk.
And what do y'all think
And you have
about?
no good
Okay, but
judgment.
listen to this. What do you think about this? This isn't about anything like that. Okay, you know how sometimes you can drink and you can get drunk like that. And do you know sometimes you can
just
drink
drink
and
all
drink and
along
drink
and
and
never
drink
get
and
drunk.
never get a buzz?
What
What
is
is
that?
that?
I think your mentality matters.
I think so too.
Isn't
I
it?
probably
Yeah.
us being women. Your cycle.
Well,
Well,
maybe.
I don't have a cycle anymore though, but
But
and I
you
can
have
still
to
do
feel
that.
like something.
But there are times.
There are
yes.
times when you can do
And you can
it.
drink hard liquor.
Yes,
And
I mean
you
you
just
just
do not ever
you
feel
never
and
get a
you are
buzz.
Right.
You're not impaired in any way.
Right.
You don't have any, your reflexes are good. You
I
can
don't
drive.
understand.
It's like,
Well, the speed in which you drink matters too.
but I mean, I don't.
The environment you drink in.
Yeah.
changes
I think there's a lot of
Everything.
factors that go.
They've
But I mean,
tested
how
it
does
on-
that affect how your body absorbs alcohol?
alcohol.
Yeah. They've tested. It's a mental thing. They've tested it on rats.
I mean, that's your metabolism.
They'll inject rats with like a bunch of drugs or a bunch of alcohol in the same place over and over and over again, and the effect lessens. And then they'll put the rat in a new location and give them the same dose that they weren't reacting to anymore, and the rat is fucked up.
But I mean, I just
It is weird.
it's
'cause
weird
yes,
how you're. I
it's-
mean, our bodies are just.
and you can't have it. It's like you
Sometimes-
want to go because there are sometimes I know this is stupid. This is just stupid, but this is just how people's minds work. You're like,
So-
I want to get drunk tonight. I want to have a good time.
And
And
you can't.
drink, and you cannot get drunk.
You're like, I'm not having a good
You cannot.
time.
And it pisses you off, and you really can have a good time whether you drink or not.
Yeah, you
But
can have a good time whether you drink.
sometimes you just get in that headspace where I want to drink till I just don't feel nothing. I'm just gonna have a good time, be out there doing
Yeah,
whatever.
and then you just.
And it just
you're
never happens. It pisses you off so
drunk.
bad.
It does.
You're like, damn it, I've
I
been
know
slamming
I
this
just
shit
get
all night. And ain't nothing
You've
happened.
never drank and just not got drunk.
You've never had a Superman night?
Really?
I've had it
Oh,
many times.
wow, I've had a lot.
Many
Yeah.
times.
You know
Where
what happens is when I wake up the next morning, I realize I don't remember everything.
Oh.
But
Yeah,
then
I've had
when
that.
people start talking to me, I'm like, I do remember that.
Yeah, you're like, I don't
But
wanna
I'm like,
remember.
I remember being subconscious.
I was
I
so
do. I'm like,
conscious.
I'm very subconscious of what I was doing.
Hey, I will tell y'all this though, and they can attest to this. Very few times I've ever been like blackout drunk where I do not recall something. But these folks right here will tell you that last summer, I said here at this house in my pool,
We have photo proof.
they have photo because your family's so
We have
nice to
evidence.
see you. But
We have video.
We can share that too.
We can do it. We're not.
I guess so, both of our moments because mine I do not remember at all.
No.
But
I'm glad my mom
let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. I remember being in. We were having a pool party. Was it a holiday?
I think
It was 4th of July.
4th of July. Okay.
Also, my dish is here that I brought a 4th of July dessert.
Well,
Oh, well,
I
I
gotta get it. It's
Go
a
get
casserole
it.
dish.
I will get it.
I
I'm
gotta
sure
get
it's
it.
there. But we had so 4th of July. I remember being in the pool. I was talking to my sisters or whatever, and then the next day I remember waking up the next morning. And when I get up the next morning, and I feel okay, and I went to the bathroom, but I couldn't shut the bathroom door, and I was like, I told Chris, I said our bathroom door won't close. What's wrong with our bathroom door? And he was like, you don't remember? And I was like, no. Well, they had to break the door down because I was passed out. I was passed out in the bathroom.
Yeah, she had gone
I
inside.
do not remember any of that. I
And
was
all of
like,
a
what
sudden,
are y'all
A
talking
little while
about?
later, we were missing her at the pool, and we were like,
I have
"What's
no
that?" I'm like, "Well,
recollection.
I'll go in and check on her." And so I'm knocking on the bathroom door, Leslie,
And I didn't even drink a lot. I didn't-
Leslie, and then I'm beating on the bathroom door like, Leslie, no answer. So then I'm like, I gotta go back out there and get them. I'm like, she is not answering. I don't know what's going on. The door.
Hey, they did say my husband really loves me because they said he did shoot
He
out of
did.
the pool.
He came up here very fast, and he did. He went on. I mean, he was like Mel Gibson or whoever, something like that. And Jackie Chan flying into that door. He kicked it and beat it, got through it. She is slumped over.
So
the
did my
main
son.
porcelain throne in there. It's like.
I mean,
I won't describe the condition that she was in.
you. I don't recall any of that, and I don't recall drinking a lot. Like I didn't, and everybody was like,
We had to lift her up.
but they said I never slurred. Y'all said I never slurred my words. I was eating a hamburger.
That's the worst part.
Yeah,
You
I
were
absolutely
all the
like,
time.
I had
And
never
done
done
that.
that.
You are absolutely
So when
right.
people say,
And
see, when I think of blackout drunk, I think that you are
it
like
hit her all
just
at once
crazy
in a
drunk.
minute.
No,
But
but
I
at
don't
times when I was not
remember
blackout is when
anything.
people would take my keys away and drive me home.
Yeah.
I wasn't
God.
blackout, which yeah, I still should have driven, but I'm
Oh
like,
my god.
this is not the time. I can drive right now. Like
I could drive. I could pass
and
out
I
my
mean, like, why
driveway.
don't I take my keys away?
Yeah.
Sir, you were drunk. You were black. I was like, I wasn't blackout drunk. It was
Well-
like the other 10 times y'all didn't take my keys away. I was blackout drunk.
Well, I was obviously, and I didn't know how to, I just don't remember anything. I remember talking to my sisters in the pool on a floaty, and then I remember waking up. They were like, oh, well, you ate a hamburger. You went through, you sat down, you ate, you talked to everybody.
She was not.
And they said, somebody said I went inside to get deviled eggs.
You would have never thought she was drunk. And then we just, after a while, were like, where is Leslie?
And I don't remember getting sick. I don't remember anybody putting me in bed. I do have the videos of my head. Like they were taking pictures of me. Oh, I really thanks.
It's your family. That's what we do.
I'll tell you that all that drink and drive stuff that they beat into us kids, it works. Because I'll be blackout drunk and we'll be like leaving JC's family's house and stuff or something, and he'll be like, I can drive, and I'm always like, on a scale of 1 to 10. I'm blackout drunk and I'm grilling him. I'm like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk are you? If we get pulled over right now, what are you gonna blow? What do you think? Walk in a straight line. He's like, you're drunk. Shut up.
Let's
Get in the car.
do the drunk test right now in the driveway before we leave.
Oh my god.
There was one night.
I got sober.
His
I know I wouldn't.
I don't think I would.
his siblings are all cops. There was one
I know
night
I
we
said
were
ABC
across the
backwards
bay.
sober.
We were across the bay drinking with them, and they were like, "This will be funny." And one of them goes out to their squad car and breathalyzes everybody for shits and giggles.
Hey, but what started all of this was this one over here. This one right here. Our lovely Sarah. She got drunk one night.
Straight A
A
student.
Straight A student, college, whatever.
I mean,
I'm
go
not
for
straight.
She
Well,
comes home.
But I was in college for 7 years. You
But
know
I-
what? I got an associate's and bachelor's.
But hey, it's all
she's
good.
goal oriented.
Goal oriented.
She
But
is.
but
She works her ass off.
what prompted all of this was I think you had a big goose egg on your head, right? And your parents were like, "What happened, Sarah?" And let's pull the video from our neighbor's camera.
Drive camera.
And so Sarah
Whatever.
pulls into the driveway, right?
I parallel parked perfectly.
In the driveway, opens the door, falls out on her
Proceeds.
face.
I passed out.
Yeah.
You
I remember.
fell
I
into
remember
your
gathering
face.
my things and I passed out.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
fell
yeah.
out the car
Yeah.
and hit your head on
But
the
not just like
concrete.
fumbled and fell.
Okay,
I
not
passed out.
Okay, so
It was
she
so much more
was. It was so
sophisticated
much more
than that,
sophisticated
okay?
than just passing
My
out.
legs fell out a few seconds
She
later.
gathered her
She
things
has a lot of finesse
first,
when she passes out.
and then she passed out.
And you know what I did?
And just laid there in the driveway for how long?
like 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Okay.
Oh my God.
And then just wakes up and walks.
Yeah.
And I took my contacts out. I did all my normal bedtime things. Then I woke up and I sent a snap to my coworker,
I might have a concussion.
Mandy at the law firm, and she's like, "What happened?" or whatever.
Yeah.
And I went to the law firm like that.
Didn't you go to the doctor though?
Yeah, later, because at the law firm they're like, "Sarah, you really need to go get
And did you have a
checked out."
concussion?
Yeah, I went to the urgent
You got
care,
diagnosed?
and they do not do head injuries.
Yes. So
And so yeah, then I went to
The ER.
the doctor,
and
not
she had
the ER.
Doctor, she had a
Right.
concussion. She had a concussion because she hit the
physician,
concrete
Bernard,
with her
I think.
face.
Yeah.
and he wasn't in. And his, I don't know if it was the nurse practitioner or another doctor in the office. She's like, "You have a concussion."
Yeah, because you hit your face on the
I
I
concrete.
went to sleep with a concussion.
Yes, and she woke up from it. Thank God.
I
Thank
survived.
God.
Thank God.
So by the grace of
Thank
God,
the Lord.
do we all survive sometimes? And it's just
And you just don't know why.
you don't know why. I mean,
I'm like, I don't know how I came home from that party. So we were at a party in Quill Run Apartments in Theodore back in 1987,
Oh my god.
1987.
88.
Was it after you graduated?
Yes.
Okay, so 87,
I think
88.
so, yeah.
Okay.
And, or it was my senior year, which was 87.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you this. I
don't know how the
graduated.
hell I made
I
that.
graduated in 1993, and we went to Gulf Shores for graduation.
Oh, we did too.
And that night, I got super drunk, like we were drinking everything, and I got so drunk, I was throwing up at the beach, and my friend Shannon, I don't know if you're gonna watch this or not, but she was like, "You were like covering up your vomit like a cat." I was like, at least I was being considerate, right? And Chip McLemore actually carried me back to our condo, and I didn't drink the rest of the week. For graduation week, I was like totally sober the rest of the week.
Oh my God.
But there are pictures of Shannon like holding my hair while I'm puking in the toilet and stuff. Because I mean, we take pictures of everything.
Hey, well, let me
right?
tell you about my graduation.
And girl, her graduation was fire.
It was crazy. We stayed at Young's by the Sea. If you
Oh,
know, you
no,
know.
we stayed. Yeah,
And,
I didn't even drink until I was like
Oh
21
my
and a
God.
half.
Oh,
the
shut up,
song,
Margaret.
The song of the day was "She
Shut up.
Dropped a Bomb on
I
Me."
didn't go to
The
party,
cafe.
baby.
Yeah,
Okay.
you
dropped a
McDonald's
bomb
was
on
still
me.
serving
I
the
was
McDLT. Oh, I was getting one of those almost every day. I love the McDLT. Crazy, I know. So
The
we had
McDLT.
like, I did not know it was called the McDLT.
What was the D?
I don't know, but that's what it was called. It was
From
not
where?
a B at McDonald's. Look it up. It was in 1987.
Okay.
Do not question me.
You know who else needs to be on this show?
Who?
Matthew Lamar.
Oh yes,
We're calling you out, Matt.
Matt.
We
Because
call him out every
you
year.
were
and don't hate us because you ain't us.
That's right. You were sick last week.
Uh-huh.
It's Missy's birthday this week. Happy birthday, Missy!
Happy birthday, Missy!
Happy birthday, my favorite mom.
We love you, Missy.
Woohoo!
Yeah, get old girl, get old.
Get it, girl. Get it.
You're still young.
So Matt, maybe next week. Maybe next week.
Maybe
you
next
maybe
week.
you could come on the dumbest podcast you've ever heard
Ever
of.
in your life.
You can face your cousins.
There you go. Mm-hmm.
We're ready for you, Matt.
We're ready.
We're ready for you, Matt. For
Favorite.
you.
I'll make sure the message is delivered because
Okay.
he won't watch
He
it.
won't watch it. He
He
won't
is
watch
such
it.
a little butt.
Oh,
He
he'll watch
wants
it.
to be on it. But he
He'll
doesn't
watch
want
his
to.
freaking episode.
He'll
that
watch
he's
his
on.
episode over and over.
Because he'll be like, look at me, I look so
Look at me, I
good.
look so
Good. Yeah, I look so good.
good.
Whatever, man.
Watch how I suck my fingers.
Hey. Laura, we need that. I still got skin on my fingers. I ain't sucked one.
No.
That's what Matt used to do until he was like 18.
Oh my gosh.
That
Yeah.
image isn't going to get
If
taken
you want
out
to
of
talk
context.
about a little diva, drama queen, that is your dad.
Your dad.
Your daddy.
Oh my
God.
god. He was the shit.com.
Mm-hmm. With a capital S.
He dated my friend Christine Ford.
They were the cutest little
They were the
couple.
cutest little couple, but
But we're glad they did not survive
Yes.
because you wouldn't have been born, Parker.
you wouldn't have been.
Oh.
But if you had been, you'd have been one of like 7 or
You'd
whatever.
have been
She's
two.
had a ton of kids now.
Or something. Yeah. You'd have had all kinds of.
Just too many.
Yeah. Too much.
She's a damn Yankee. I mean, they were from.
You would have
up
been
north.
canning everything.
Like
You'd have
Massachusetts
a
or
bomb
something.
shelter. Okay.
That's good.
But they were cute, and she could
Okay.
dance. And she could dance. You know, she was a different
Is
mom
she-
who could dance.
Is
too.
she a good mom?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so
Okay.
see, I'll take 7 kids. I'll take 7 siblings.
Yes. She's a good mom, and she and her and Matt, they really like each other.
Oh,
It was,
yeah, they did.
They
They
were
were
cute.
cute.
They were very cute together.
Damn it, Dad, why couldn't you get me those genetics?
She had really good hair,
You'd have had curly hair.
curly hair, thick curly hair. She was funny. She was fun. Christine
Yeah.
was fun. I mean, I don't know if we're coming to the end of our podcast or not, but I just want to say on this podcast, and I don't mean to be morbid or bring everybody down, but I'll talk about my best friend for just a minute.
Oh, she's a gem.
So,
A diamond.
and I don't know how many people can say this, but I think what we have is rare.
Absolutely.
My friend Wendy Rimmel, Chris Bassel, but her maiden name was Rimmel. We have known each other since we were 5 in kindergarten in Wilmer Elementary, and we're 49. And we made our best friend pact when we were in the 3rd grade. But we've known each other since we were, we've known, I can't say that
She's been in our family forever.
we were
She was
friends
just one
when
of
we
us.
were 5, but we were in recess together and we knew of each, like we can remember things from each other. But when we were in 3rd grade, we made our best friend pact, and we have been best friends
Is that sweet or what?
since then. We made that, we wrote a letter.
Tell us your best friend pack.
We wrote a letter to each other. We were going to be best friends for no matter come what may. We were going to be best friends. Like nothing was going to
Hell or high
hell
water.
or high water. And let me tell you something. And I have Ashley, I'm going to call you out. We are best friends. Me and Ashley Dossett Smith.
Oh, yeah.
Best friends. Me
AD in the house.
me and Wendy, and Ashley knows this. She tells me all the time, I know you and Wendy, y'all have like this special bond or whatever. And me and Wendy have. I mean, it's very weird the life that we have lived with each other. She got married right out of high school. She was 19 when she married Hondo. They got married, had children, whatever, and then
they had 3 children.
They had 3 children together. Had two girls and a boy, and then I married Eric. We got married. She got married at 19. I got married when I was 21. I had 2 boys and a girl. Okay. Hondo, unfortunately, died in a car accident when he was 29. She was 6 weeks pregnant with Hondo. It was devastating. It's the worst, very devastating. We were very young to go through such a tragedy. And she was infatuated with Hondo. I mean, I just can't tell you the love.
There wasn't nobody else in the world but Hondo.
Hondo. And I know, like, Dad, like, when I think of Hondo, I think of, like, Dad's friend, Mike Winters.
Oh, yeah.
Like Mike Winters was his dude.
Hondo was a
Hondo is somebody that you are thankful that you knew.
Yes.
Like, you are thankful to have been in his presence. He was such an effing.
And they were such a compliment to each other.
Character. Like, just.
Because she is so full of life.
And he was. Like,
and they just.
Beer drinking redneck. Yes.
And they just meshed so well.
Meshed.
They were like.
It was ridiculous.
The same, but not.
Yes.
They were
when they fought.
Oh my God.
And when they were in love.
They loved. And they were just
in love with
the
They
best.
were infatuated with
They
each
were
other.
very much the perfect couple, really.
It was just a very tragic accident. And the 2 people that were in the accident, both of them died. Hondo and his friend PJ. It was devastating.
Yes.
And then she got remarried years later
to a very nice
to a
man.
very good man,
Yes.
Robert, and their love is tremendous. I mean, it's a different type of love. It's a lasting love. They've been married for 20 years.
But they do adore each other.
They are in love with each other.
Yes.
They truly love each other, and it's wonderful. But anyway, so she, and then years later, my ex-husband died. The father of my children.
And he was a good guy
And
until he was not.
He was a good guy until he was. He became addicted.
Some problems.
And to painkillers, like cocaine or anything like that. And that's not a defense, but I'm just saying.
But we absolutely loved him.
Everybody loved him. And everybody loved Uncle Eric.
Yes.
I know you did.
Mm-hmm. He was
Sarah.
He was the best.
Something else. He is one of these guys who was on the roof, like hanging Christmas light, mooning everybody on the road as they drove.
I have one fond memory.
What
is that?
We were at the
Was it
Caribbean.
mooning? Oh, okay.
I have many mooning memories.
Does he moon everybody?
No. We were at the Caribbean.
Yes.
And he was walking, and I think it was Lewis and Katie in the room. And he walked right into the sliding door. His hat came off. And then, like, we are kind of, I don't know that we laughed or we were just.
I'm sure y'all did.
Do we laugh right now?
Do we laugh right now?
I
Yes.
think he just carried on like nothing happened.
I'm sure he did. He probably did. And Eric was a character too, man. Eric was, you couldn't help but love him.
Yeah.
You could not help but love him. And him and Hondo were really good friends. And actually, the night that Hondo died, Eric had been out with them, and they dropped Eric off at midnight, and they got in a car accident at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just crazy. But anyway, and so then, anyway, she gets remarried to Robert, whatever. I get remarried, I'm married to Chris, her cousin. So now I'm her cousin.
All in the family.
By marriage, and which is just like full circle. But anyway, I got diagnosed with breast cancer a few years ago, and Wendy helped me a lot through that. It was devastating to me at the time. And then last year, Wendy got diagnosed with kidney cancer. And I was like, well, damn, girl, we live in the same, like.
They have parallel.
We have parallel. We've always kind of said that, we live next door. I mean, when Hondo died, she got insurance, she got insurance money. And she built this house in this neighborhood. And Wendy is a scaredy cat. Like, she just always has been. And she was the second house to go up in the neighborhood. There was one house that got built in the very back of the neighborhood, and she got built in the very front of it. And petrified. And I told my husband at the time, Eric, I was like, we have to build next door to her. Because she's my best friend, she's terrified. And we did. We built a house right next door to her, and I lived next door to her for years. And I saved her from cats that were on her porch. She couldn't get out of her car because there was a cat on her porch. Things like that, you know. But anyway, so then I got diagnosed, and then she got diagnosed with cancer, and I was like, all right, we can chill out now or whatever. And my cancer luckily cured or whatever, or knock on wood cured. Her cancer's terminal and is breaking my heart. And I just love her to death. I love her children. She's got 4 biological children, and she's got 3 stepchildren. And so they've got 7 children together. They've got 3 grandchildren and 4 on the way.
And to know Wendy is just to love her.
Oh my God.
She is
the
best.
I couldn't tell you somebody who loved life more than Wendy loves life.
And
she loves
she's
to
never
eat.
at a loss for words. She's got the gift of gab.
The gift of gab. Let me tell y'all. And I've known Wendy,
and she didn't talk the first time she came to our house.
Oh my God, the first time she spent the night, she was so shy.
She's shy.
And then, the next morning when she woke up, it was all over.
That was
she never
said
over. And
Wendy
can talk and talk.
She can talk to the wall.
And there is a time when
she does.
I was on the phone with her, and I was coming to pick my children up from my parents, and I was on the phone with her. And sometimes you can't get a word in when he's talking. And I literally put the phone down in my car, went inside, got my kids from my parents, talked to my parents for a couple minutes, got my kids, came back out to the car, and Wendy's still talking. And
that's the truth.
She does. She just would talk. She didn't care, whatever. And she knows that story because I was, she's like, I knew you wasn't talking. I was like, girl, I'm inside getting my kids. I was like, you wouldn't shut up long enough for me to tell you. I'm going to go inside and get my kids from my parents. So, but she knows that. But anyway, she's got beautiful grandchildren, and her middle daughter is my godchild, and her oldest daughter is her maid over. Courtney is her maid over. Yeah. And she's pregnant, and with her second child. But anyway, if everybody could just kind of pray for her.
Just pray.
She needs I would say she needs a miracle, but more than that, she needs peace and comfort. And knowing, this is not something that she's going to come out of. So, and it breaks my heart because she's been my heart and soul since we were 5 years old, and since we were however old you are in 3rd grade, 8.
She poked our grandma with a stick while she was taking naps.
These are the things we did.
My God.
Like my grandma. Listen, y'all. So my grandma Springfield was amazing. She wouldn't let us turn circles in the front yard because
she was something weird.
Yes, I was going to turn circles. Who can't spin?
No, yeah, she did not like
Who
it.
doesn't let you spin?
So she would call our daddy, and our daddy would say, "Go play in the backyard."
Play in the backyard.
She can't see you.
She don't. Because she lived in a trailer in the front yard, and we had a house, and then she put a trailer next to the house. Whose idea was that?
And you could not be.
It was long ways next door, and you couldn't be in the front yard spinning in circles.
You could not.
Who doesn't?
You couldn't jump off the porch.
You're gonna make a track. It's gonna kill the
grass.
Yeah,
No,
she thought
there was a track.
She couldn't see
a nervous wreck.
And she took naps every day. And so me and Wendy had the right idea one day. Why would we do this, Wendy?
I don't know.
Wendy, watch this podcast.
Oh, you better.
Why would we pick a stick off the pecan tree? Crawl through her house to her back room and just
cover with the
That
really happened. Y'all think we're joking.
She didn't wake up, but we and then we ran out
while she was sleeping.
We backed out and ran out of the room. I was like, why do we even do that?
That is so
It's the
immature.
stupid shit that you do when you're a kid. But it was fun, wasn't it, Wendy?
Oh,
It was fun. And I'll tell you something else that was fun. Hondo. I'm going to go back to Hondo real quick. Because how tall do you think Hondo was? He's 6'1".
I would say, yeah.
6'1". He
At
was
least.
big, though.
Yeah, big old boy.
Big strapping dude. And in Mobile,
So
most of you are local, on Calliope Road is Crybaby Bridge.
Oh my God.
Which is like this old thing where, you get out and you can hear the baby cry or whatever.
Mm-hmm. We did that with Jerry.
Hondo would not get out. He was the biggest scaredy cat.
Oh, yeah, he's a scaredy
cat. Hondo would not get out of the fuck this shit. I'm not scared, but this is fucking stupid. This is the fucking stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm not getting out of the truck. I'm not getting out of the truck. And we were like, honey, you're scared, Honda. I'm fucking scared. But I'm gonna get out of the fucking truck. Because that's how Honda talk. Fuck this, fuck that. And, or whatever. And it's just fucking stupid. Why are we even here? It's fucking stupid. Get in the truck, I'm gonna leave y'all. And Wendy's like, Honda, you get out of the truck. I'm gonna get out of the fucking truck. I'm gonna leave y'all's asses. I'm just gonna leave y'all's asses. Y'all can sit there and listen for a baby cry. It's fucking bullshit. He was scared shitless. Our brother-in-law,
Jerry's
Jerry.
scared to death ever since he saw Halloween. He couldn't even put the damn
Or
keys
Jaws.
in the damn car. He was dropping them in the parking lot of the theater. He was shaking so bad.
Halloween.
Yes.
Well, back in the day, that was scary.
Michael Myers.
I'm not saying that's not
That's
scary.
because
I just mean,
But back then it was scary.
Yeah.
Because they hadn't seen
demon
stuff like that.
That would really get
But
me,
back then they didn't see stuff like that.
Yeah.
a serial
I mean,
killer.
that was.
But it was Michael Myers.
scary. I don't know. I feel like I could not overtake Michael Myers, but I have more of a chance if it's a human. than
Well,
like
he was a
demon,
human.
You know?
Like The Exorcist.
Oh no.
That terrified me.
I
And
can't.
speaking of
Have you
Mary,
read
we
The
watched The
Exorcist?
Exorcism.
No,
I
I
can't read that.
not.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose, like the newer one.
Or the new
Not
one?
like, no, but I mean, there's like an old one,
What?
and then a new one with
No.
Well, at the time, it was the newest one that we watched.
There's
down
only
in
one
Kansas.
Exorcism of Emily Rose.
All right,
No,
Sarah,
I thought
have
there
you
was a
have you watched
one.
The old When a Stranger Calls?
No, but I'm
We
saying
already talked about
Katie,
it.
I know, but still.
Katie and I had to walk up the hill to Grandma's. Okay, this was
Oh,
like
okay.
a movie night at
Well, you gotta
in
face
the
your fears like
trailer.
Elizabeth.
Yeah,
I
gotta
think it
face
was
your
in the
fears like
trailer.
Elizabeth.
When they saw the trailer, or maybe the house was just built, and Uncle Jerry was behind a tree in the dark, branches, just like rumbling there. And
Oh.
Katie and I were trying to walk up the field.
You know what
and
y'all
watch
should
this movie.
If only they had known, they could have said, Michael Myers was behind you. Uncle
Oh
Jerry."
my god, that was so
He could drop
scary.
them branches and run.
Yeah, he would have run. You got, well, you know, Elizabeth, I mean, how old was she? 6, and she faced her fears.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I
That's the
thought there
only
was
one.
an older one.
No.
There's not.
No.
Oh.
No.
I thought there was a.
Yeah, I don't want to watch any kind of demon possession.
That was a
stuff.
good movie.
That is scary.
That's a good movie.
Because-
The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I don't know if that's our Catholic faith. I do not want to see that. And we went to Italy, where all the demons live, evidently. But
Evidently,
thank God
they're all there.
we did not even try to figure out
Oh,
about
let me
demons
ask
in
you this real
Italy.
quick, like,
Okay.
because I listened to the Joe Rogan Experience and I listened to his Tucker Carlson interview, and it was 3
Okay.
hours long. But they talked about like the spiritual realm,
Uh-huh.
and they were talking about like both of them. Joe Rogan not so much
That's Carl.
spiritual.
Tucker.
Joe Rogan was talking more other things like alienish,
Oh.
whereas Tucker Carlson was talking more like demonish. Because they were both talking that there is something that we can't see that's happening. Like there is a force of good and a force of evil that is happening
Yeah.
in this world that we can't, but it works on us. Like it is, like, and it's kind of like coming out. Y'all like kind of believe that there are forces of good and evil.
I'm not sure. I make no sense with what you're saying.
Well, I'm saying that's what they. Okay, so Tucker Carlson was saying this. He was like, evil. There's
Like
evil.
different dimensions.
There is.
Okay, Joe Rogan. There's different dimensions. Tucker Carlson is like there is like a spiritual dimension,
realms.
Yeah.
realms or whatever, and there is a battle between good and evil happening.
Yes.
Like, and it's
Oh, yeah.
always been happening since the millennia, since the beginning of time.
There's the battle
And that
between
evil, and it's like kind of it's kind of like coming out into the open sort of now,
I do
like
not
with
like to think about the devil.
stuff.
I just do not.
You don't have.
And I
You know
think
what?
if
Dylan
you
got
don't,
mad at me because I watched like I don't know if it was part of
the devil's
The
here.
devil's
the
coming.
The devil's
what's the oh my gosh, the movies with
Say it, Sarah.
Say it,
what's the girl's name?
We don't know.
The couple that does like
Oh,
the
The Conjuring.
The paranormal,
Yes, I think I don't know if it was one of those
paranormal activity.
No, I think it's one
Or
of
the
the Conjuring
Conjuring
movies where it
Okay.
has what Ed is that the
Yes.
husband's name?
They're
It's one
real
of those.
people.
I
Yeah.
watched like one of the movies in the house.
Yeah.
Dylan's upset with me. He does not ever.
You can't.
He
bring
said, "You
anyone
watched that?" I said, yeah.
I was
Hey.
like, oh. Well, I'll tell you this. Going back to The Exorcist. So, I watched The Exorcist, and you know how kind of like you're desensitized as older. Like The Exorcist didn't scare me, the movie. Like it because
I wake up at 3 a.m.
That scares me.
and I don't know if it's my mind.
that's The
If my
Exorcism
bed-
of Emily Rose.
But if my bed is really shaking, because but you know the train is really close by too. To
I
our
have
house.
felt my bed move before.
It does.
It
move.
freaks me out a little bit.
and I'm like,
But
they're coming to take me
let
away.
me tell you something,
And I
Sarah.
pray.
Let
I do
me-
pray.
I pray all the
please
time.
don't- God, please.
But let me tell you something. The Exorcist. So I watched that because there's the big hype about it or whatever.
That's what I was thinking of. With
I
And-
watched
and
it
I was
once,
like,
but I'll not
that
watch it
really-
again.
It never really scared me, but I read The Exorcist.
Oh, no.
That scared the ever loving
No.
shit out of me. And let me tell you what scared me the most about The Exorcist is in the very beginning of that book, the mama who's an actress or whatever, take care of her daughter. And her daughter has a blue dress.
Okay.
And the mama was like, I take this dress to get it cleaned or whatever. And she did something with the dress. And the dress was like, I can't remember everything that happened, and I won't read it again.
Yeah.
But something happened. The dress
You
was
can
just,
tell me a lie. I don't care.
the dress was just kind of like moved places where it shouldn't have been.
Oh.
And that freaked me the F out because the devil was moving that freaking dress.
Yeah.
It was just like,
You know it. And no
and-
devil.
and they can just do stuff in books that they can't do in movies. You know, like when you read, like books just have so much more detail.
Yes. Oh,
But
yeah.
the devil in that book, like, I was like Mama when she said she couldn't turn
Devil
her
in blue
page.
dress.
Let me tell you something.
It's the song.
I had to put my foot on whoever the F I was married to at the time. I think it was Eric. But, well, I mean, it was Eric. I mean,
You have to.
Oh,
think about who I was
God.
married to. But I mean, it was like, and then I had to sleep next to him for like weeks, like touch. Like, I need you to touch me because the Exorcist book is freaking,
Yeah.
it's terrifying.
Well, you know, Mama was reading The Shining, I think.
The Shining is
And
freaking
Daddy
scary
was-
too, and that movie's not scary,
and
but that
Daddy was
fucking
sleeping
book is
right
scary.
beside
What are you
her.
reading right now?
Dibs and search yourself. It's
Oh
boring.
shit, nothing like the
Hold
Shining.
on, hold on.
Well,
But I do have a story about your mom
Do it.
and a Stephen King book.
oh,
My
dear.
mom?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Pam, I don't know. Actually, I don't know if it was your mom or Noonie that did this,
Okay.
but Grandma said, Pam said that one of them read Salem's Lot with a rosary in their hand.
that might have been Noonie.
That might have been Noonie. Let me tell you something
But
about Salem's
Mama
Lot real quick.
read.
This
Okay.
is short.
Okay.
So when you think
Okay.
Salem's Lot, Mama was thinking witches.
Yeah. Oh, I hate a witch.
I know, because Salem's Lot's not about witches.
It's vampires.
It scared the shit out of me.
Oh.
Pam has
When
a
you think about it, Salem's Lot's a really good book. It's scary.
Yeah.
The movie Salem's Lot's good.
Okay.
The series.
That she was reading The Shining, I think.
The Shining was effing scary.
And of course,
The movie's
our
not, but the
parents
book
both,
was.
when they went to bed, they read. They read
Every
books
night,
all
both
the
of
time.
them.
Well, then of course, Daddy would always go to bed before Mama would, so he turned his lamp off first, and Mama's be on. And she said she was so scared she couldn't turn the page. She goes, and I'm sleeping there right by your daddy. I couldn't even turn the page. I'm like, oh my God, then I ain't reading that.
Have y'all watched or read Rosemary's Baby?
Hell no.
Yes.
I've got the Rosemary's Baby necklace.
What is that? What?
It's the little necklace. You can put like little tinctures and stuff in there, but it's the Rosemary's Baby necklace pretty
My
much.
God. Parker, why?
Rosemary's
Because I
Baby.
thought it was cool.
That was the devil. Oh my God.
I can put incense in it.
For her. I'm afraid for Parker.
Books, scary books are scarier.
Oh, but the only Stephen
scary
King
movies.
Well, I read a couple
Love
of Stephen
scary
King books. I
Carrie.
read Carrie, and I read that in a day because, of course, it's
Christine
really
Short.
not
It's
that
very-
long.
yeah.
It's very short, but it was scary. But it is very gripping. I mean,
Let
you
me
want to
tell you what.
read it.
And when y'all
It
make
was
fun of me,
good.
I don't want pointy things pointing at me. That came from Carrie. Read it. All the knives that
I
came.
don't remember that. Oh my God.
Oh my God! All the freaking knives that she pointed at her mama with her brain. She was like,
Oh.
and the mama was like, "No, you're not the knives. You're gonna." I'm like, "Yeah, Don't point shit at me.
Have you ever read The Exorcist?
No.
Yes!
I could not
It's
get that book down.
effing scary
I
as
have
shit.
never read
I
Have
read-
you watched The Exorcist?
Yes.
No.
It's
I love
not
that
as scary as the book.
That is
The
true.
book was freaking terrifying.
I read The Exorcist and Rosemary's Baby back to back.
Oh my gosh.
Rosemary's Baby was not as scary to me as
That
Rosemary's
no,
Baby
that
is
was
more
intense.
freaky.
That was intense. Like the whole scene where she's
Being raped by the devil.
Satan?
Yes, by the
oh
devil.
my god.
But then at the end when she's gonna take care of the baby because
She's crazy.
Her-
She's a good mom.
Freaking nuts.
She's a great mom. That's
Show
fine.
you. She's a
just
wonderful
forget
evil
me.
mom.
if it was the devil,
The devil.
I'll be going.
Hey, my baby's
The
my baby.
devil
every day.
got to go.
If my kid comes out with cloven hooves, it's still my baby. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna be one of these pro-choice monsters for taking care of my little cloven hoof baby.
I'm gonna take care of that devil.
Take.
I like the Omen. Well, I mean, Damien.
I don't know.
He was bad. He killed his mama.
Oh, and yeah, Damien. Oh, he was a
He
bad
killed
boy.
his mama.
Terrible.
The kid in this book that I'm reading, it's a case study on play therapy. But this kid, he's like fantasizing about killing his parents, and he doesn't speak, and he's like, it's a real story though. It's a real story though.
What book is it?
Dibs Insert Yourself. And you know, as it goes on, like he starts talking, and he starts to love his parents, and his parents start to accept him, and whatever. But like some kids are just fucked up to start out with, man. Some kids want to murder you.
And listen, I am
Just a
so
little bit.
thankful that we grew up in such a loving
And we did.
family. I mean, we really did. Our parents have always been steadfast, and they have been. And I'll tell you
They
what,
were united for.
they were a united front. And I'll tell you
Yeah,
something
yeah.
else, though. Everything that we've been through with our spouses and stuff, our parents never got involved. Like,
Yeah.
you know how
That's
some parents
true.
get involved in your life, and they're like, you know, they were like, they supported you and
never
they
took a
supported
side.
you.
Never.
And then, because like, no matter what Eric did, they always supported both, you know, like they were, as long as I was with him, they were with us. They were with him. Eric stole.
If you want to be without him.
Eric stole.
Thank
you. Eric's, you know what I mean? Like, but they forgave him because I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, they
Yeah.
always were like that. They never, but the day that I called Papa and was like, listen, I'm leaving my husband. I'm in South Carolina. We don't have a GPS and shit. I don't know how to drive. You know, I don't know just sense of direction.
Oh God, no.
I'm leaving this out. I call my daddy and I'm like, listen, do not wire that money because Eric wanted him to wire $10,000 to us from our sale of our house or whatever. And I was like, Daddy, don't do that. I'm gonna pack my stuff and I'm gonna call you back in a minute. You gotta tell me how to get home. And he was like, okay, honey. Because Daddy knew directions from anywhere. You can tell him anything, or you're gonna pass this. You're gonna pass this Exxon or whatever on highway, whatever,
And
like
honey,
in
you
Georgia.
just stay in the left-hand lane and just bring you all the way home.
All the way
Okay,
home.
Daddy.
And so he was telling me how to get home from South Carolina, and he was like, when you start seeing the signs for Atlanta, call me. I'm gonna tell you how to do the bypass because you don't want to go through Atlanta. I'm gonna tell you how to get around Atlanta. And I was like, okay. Well, guess what?
That's a nightmare.
Back in the day, with your cell phones, we went through a blackout where my phone didn't work for 2 hours.
And everybody was calling
And
you,
everybody
we were nervous.
was
We're like, what? Oh my God.
Daddy couldn't get in touch with me. I couldn't get in touch with anybody.
Yeah.
I pulled over. I got off on 3 exits, 2 of which were ghetto, and I was like, well, I can't get out here and call
It's
anybody.
scary.
Okay.
And
It's like New Orleans,
it
where
was-
everything's like
we
going
did
all
it.
the way.
It was a 9-hour drive from where we worked, from Lancaster, South Carolina to home. It took me 13 hours to drive it with my children in
Oh, yeah.
the truck or whatever. And I called my friend Ashley and I was like, Ashley, if you're leaving your husband, what do I need to take? And she was like, keep your pictures and your important papers and just come home, and the rest you can replace.
Yeah.
The rest you can get later. And I was like, oh. And when I went and picked Eric up, I got him out of school early that day in South Carolina, and he goes, "Are we going to Disney World?" And I said, "No, we're going to
Not
Pawpaw."
exactly.
I said, "No, we're going to Pawpaw's." Yes. And let me tell you something. My kids learned some choice cuss words that. I mean, it was stressful. And that was a very stressful journey home. And and Karen said they even called Wendy. They were like, because Wendy would be on like my she was like, we called Wendy because we were like, y'all think the same.
Yeah.
And Wendy was like, Karen, I would just drive home. I wouldn't call y'all. I wouldn't do whatever. I would just keep driving.
Yeah.
And Karen told Mom and Dad, she was like, well, Wendy's like, she's not going to pull over. She's just going to drive home no matter what. Because they thought maybe Eric had caught up with me.
Yeah.
Or something. And they were like, did he drive after her or whatever, And, but really it was just where our phone service just didn't have for 2 hours.
Right.
And then by the time I got to a gas station that I felt comfortable getting out of my car and leaving, and going in and calling or whatever, it was whatever. But,
damn, girl, you need to do some shit.
we've all been through some shit. We did some shit. And we fine. And we good for it.
Uh-huh.
And guess what? We don't wallow in it. We just,
it just happened.
it just happened and you did it. We all survived.
And
We've all survived some shit.
we always think we ain't done nothing.
We've done some shit.
We've done some shit.
Because we think our parents did, they did some
Yeah,
shit
they did some
Mooney and with Pawpaw Gill, who like throwing axes and shit at people.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I mean, like,
He must care.
and listen, Grandpa Gill,
and
Mama's
Mooney
daddy,
Bunny.
and Noonie and Bunny.
Yeah.
throw
Oh
an
my
axe-
God, Bunny.
Bunny threw an ashtray at
Rosario
Noonie.
and Papa, Grandpa.
Hey,
Oh,
Grandpa Gill did something with Rosario. I don't know what, but Honey, she got him in the middle of the night.
No, she told him that's what she would do if he hit her.
Yeah, if he hit her again.
Oh, yeah, because he told Daddy, he goes, son, she told me she'd throw that TV at me to electrocute me if I hit her.
She put his hand in warm water and made him pee on himself.
But then she told him too, you hit me and I will boil some water and I will throw it on you while you're asleep. He did not hit her.
Honey,
Shit.
Soraya, if you watch this, your mama was a beast, honey.
Hey, she's an inspiration to us.
That's right.
True.
We come from some strong.
Go on, Rosario.
Go on, Rosario.
Yeah.
Go on, Rosario. With your bad self. But let me tell you something about Rosario.
We love her.
Let me tell you something about Rosario.
She is strong.
She came from Mexico, and she became a citizen of the United States. I mean, she did her. Daddy went down there with her when she took her pledge or whatever you do to get her citizenship. And that woman works her ass. Rosario, we know.
Yeah.
We see you, honey.
Yes, honey. Yeah.
And Soraya, we see you, sweet.
We see you, darling.
We see Soraya.
Oh,
They-
yeah.
And William.
Oh, yes.
William.
Mm-hmm.
And William's our uncle, and let me tell you something, he's younger than
And
us.
Soraya's our on time.
She's older than me,
She's
though.
on time.
But William's 2 years younger than me. He's my uncle by blood.
Yeah. So
It's okay, though.
Whatever.
We all done good. We love all of y'all, and
Really.
we come from very diverse. Like we have a lot of stuff,
Oh, yeah. We do. We got a lot of.
and we know. And I mean,
People are gonna be really confused when Ben's
Really?
brother's on here, and I'm not talking about Matt.
Oh my God, who are you talking about?
Gary.
Oh, Gary. Oh,
People are gonna be really
Oh,
confused
Gary.
when we bring Gary
We're
on
gonna
here.
have Gary is gonna.
you gotta talk about the bullfrog.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Gary, you gotta talk about the bullfrog. The bullfrog that
The
did you
bullfrog
in.
will take you down.
It will take Gary
It will
down.
take you down.
It will take Gary down.
Yeah. The
It took
bullfrog.
Gary down behind the shed.
The bullfrog be strong.
The bullfrog big show.
Mm-hmm.
Look, so Gary said he can party with us, but he cannot drink with us.
Yeah.
And Daddy was back there with him while he was puking. He was like, "It's okay."
All right. What party was that though?
That Benjamin said that was my
Was there an
reception
after party for
my
your
after party
reception?
for my reception.
Okay. Because yes,
Yes.
my reception we had out
My
there. We had an after
reception.
party.
My reception. What's that? By the way, at Laura's after party reception, Parker,
Mhm.
your brother. I mean, your brother.
I hope not my brother.
Your father got in the backseat of Laura and Mike's car. Remember that? Yes, and he was going to ride down the road with y'all.
No way.
Yeah,
I do not remember. I was
Matthew.
drunk. Hey,
Like in the just married car. Just
let me tell you, I was so effed up, and my friend Jackie
Yes.
was over there, and she
Booger
kept
picking Jackie?
asking me when I got in the car, "Close your ears." I can't even say it. I shouldn't say
Don't
it.
say it out
I'm
loud.
not
Don't
gonna
say
say it.
it's too late. You have to say it now.
No,
Yeah,
I cannot. She asked, "Was I going to give him BJ?"
On the way to New Orleans?
Yes. And I was like, I don't know what
Was
the hell I
it
said.
Matt?
I was so
Was it
And she shut the door.
Sherry was
That
hilarious.
Yeah, when we pulled out of that driveway, I
Sherry-
remember nothing until we checked into the hotel.
Yeah.
And we stayed at the.
You know what I remember the most from your after party?
Oh my God.
So we had the reception at wherever the colony, wherever you were.
Yeah.
And then, of course, came back to the house, and everybody, and Aunt Lonnie and them were over there, and Gary, our cousin Boo Boo,
Boo Boo.
we were walking. I was walking out with Ben and Matt, and he was walking in, and he just grabbed my face and just kissed me right on the lips, like "I love you, Leslie." And I'm like, "Okay, Gary," like this huge kiss, just like
Everybody was feeling pretty right that night.
everybody was happy that night.
Oh, yeah.
It was so funny, and I just remember that.
Karen and Jerry had the best reception. At
So
the night,
we were young. I
at
was
the
only
night to
6.
Columbus.
I was only 6. So
Jerry's brother and his wife got into a fist
which
fight.
one?
Junior.
Junior. Oh my God, and Sharon.
Junior and Betty.
Oh, Betty. It
Oh,
was Junior.
nice.
Sharon.
That was so good. I mean, I was, 12, 13 years old when Karen got married.
Yeah, because I was.
And
6.
I thought that was just the shit. That was so
Me,
funny.
Ben, and Matt were relegated to the game.
Oh, I know. You guys were stuck in the games or the Knights of Columbus.
So
Oh
it was
my
not a
God.
fun night
They
for
were probably
y'all.
right out there with the
We
boys.
were 6 years old. We were not. We were not in the mix.
But I mean, where were you?
We were in the game room.
What game? Leslie, that was right there by the dance floor.
Well, I know, but we didn't.
Well, they
dance.
act like they were. That was nothing.
We were
Trust me.
relegated.
They act like they
Trust
were locked
me.
in there.
They were
Listen,
not.
me and Ben and Matt were always shunned from
Well,
the
they
adults.
Y'all had each other though.
They needed to be. They were
We always
brats.
had each other.
They were
not brats. Well, one of us was a brat. They're not gonna name any names in Matthew. Matthew, I'm sorry, you were such a brat.
You were.
I'm just
Oh,
gonna compile all the clips of y'all making fun of him and then
Hey.
send him just that.
He
video.
deserves it.
He does.
Especially since he thinks our podcast is
It's
not.
stupid.
It's just stupid.
It's just so stupid.
But he wants to be on here.
Yeah.
You know, little
So,
bitch.
you know what? Come on, bitch.
Come on, bitch.
Come on, bitch.
Come on,
Matt.
come on.
Do it if you're bad. But it's
I'm
Blake
in
and
the middle.
Chip. Oh, let's go back to Tay Tay real quick. 'Cause I just
All
saw
right, Tay
something.
Tay one more time.
We're gonna bring it full
Okay,
circle.
we're gonna bring it around.
What is the Clara Bow thing?
Oh, she's
She's
a
a
poet.
Well,
She's a
she was an it
Yes.
girl.
Who
But
is she?
she's talking about how, and I think she explains it, I think, at one point where
I
she's
listened to
talking
the song, but it didn't.
But she's talking about how when you go into places, they're like, you're going to be the next it girl, basically. So, like, Clara Bow's first it girl, and then you got, it just goes on. And then finally she's like, finally being seen as Taylor Swift. She's set apart. She's finally made it. She's at the top.
Okay. What about But Daddy, I Love You? What's that?
I love that song.
No, that's a song I haven't heard.
I think a lot of her songs on this album are kind of like a middle finger to people, and I think they're supposed to be a bit comical. Because she says, now I'm running with my dress unbuttoned. But Daddy, I love him. I'm having his baby. No, I'm not, but you should see their faces. Your faces. That's hilarious. But
What you got in your hand?
when you love someone
Oh,
that
a necklace.
people are
Oh,
like,
that was
that
sad.
person's no good for you, and blah, 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 and people are praying for you. Because the
Yeah.
Sarahs and Hannahs are clutching their pearls. She's like, y'all are on too high a horse that I can't get over it or whatever. So I really think it's just talking about the people who are... I think it's about Maddie Healy.
Oh my God, I'm sick of Maddie Healy.
Maddie Healy's coming up way too much.
You never had someone where you're like, I can't be with them. It's just not the right time. Then you break up and then you're with them and it's like,
I don't.
this really isn't all that. People are hating on you because they're not right for you, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you know what? F
You know what? The Todd.
Oh shit.
And you wasted a lot of time on him.
4 years. It's a lot of fun though.
The Todd was fun. The
That's
Todd
okay.
reminds
That's
me
okay.
of the guy in the office.
Yes.
Anyway, that is the one that reminded me of Todd.
Let me tell you something. And everybody calls him the Todd.
The
It is. His name is Todd
Todd
Tacker.
Tacker.
Oh
That's
my God. Oh my
He reminds me. He acted like Todd, though. I swear to God. It was just his whole thing.
And
That he
let me
did
tell you
was like
something.
Todd.
I met the Todd when I was
The time.
You were
How old
priceless.
was I? I was 31.
Time, you were just precious.
I think I was 31 and
Why
he
the
was
fuck did you have to be?
24.
You know, why did you have to fuck up?
You were in crisis.
I was in
Because you're
crisis.
mad.
He was
You were
mine.
running with your
Rebound.
dress unbuttoned,
I
screaming,
was.
"Oh my daddy, I love him. I'm having
He
his
was
baby." No, I'm
adorable.
not.
Todd was adorable. He was just a kid.
You just love him, and you still love him when I see him because I do see him because
can't
his
help
children go.
They did
Well,
go to
they
the same
did
school
go to
in
the
Mobile
same school.
Christian. And I ran into him at Walmart at this last
yeah?
Christmas with Chris. And I ran into
He's so
Emily,
cute.
his mom,
He's sweet.
and Ashley. He was like, "That's my daughter." I was like, "I see her."
Yeah.
She's cute or whatever. And of course, he has cute, but he's getting divorced, or he may be divorced by now. I don't know, but that was at Christmas time. But
That
no,
serves you right.
he ain't pining over me. He ain't pining over me. But let me tell you something. Ours was intense. We were intense over each other, and I think he was rebound for me for sure. And I was too old for him. Like 7 years. You don't think it's a lot? It's a lot. It's a big difference.
I think it is when you've already had 3 children.
Yes,
And
and
you're with someone who has not
not
My
having
husband
any
is 15 years older than me.
But y'all have both already
had
had
your children, and I could not have any more children. And Todd was 7 years younger than me.
I could not have any more children with BJ either because
BJ already had children.
Yeah.
Todd didn't have any children.
Forgive me.
Todd did not have any children. And unbeknownst to maybe all of y'all,
Look at the giraffe.
hey, unbeknownst to all of y'all may not know this,
Oh my.
but we went to a doctor and we were thinking about having his sister have our child,
Oh no.
That's insane.
Ashley.
Oh my god.
But we didn't do it.
I'm glad.
Would
Thank
that
God.
have been for you or more so for him?
More so for him because I was done.
Yeah.
I was done. But I would have.
That's insane.
Well,
I
Yeah.
love the Todd.
I wish I had had a child with BJ.
No, you don't.
I think me and BJ would have had a beautiful child. He's
Lord,
cute.
no.
It would have
It's
been
okay,
so cute.
You don't
But
need
we
that.
didn't.
Because God knows better.
I can only handle one younger sibling.
No.
I'm already done, and maybe not at this point.
Hey,
He
hey,
is
a dog.
And you know what?
Hey,
He's
but
a
he's
great
adorable.
child. And
But
I'm
could
gonna
you-
have him when if they don't work out or if they do,
Sarah.
but
Sarah.
when they do cut them.
But could you have handled?
Sarah
They
Could you
are.
have handled another child?
What if
raised
he-
by-
You are the bomb.com. You are
Another
my heart.
You are raised
soul,
by BJ.
just as Sarah is. I love you. And Sarah loves you too.
Now, listen,
She is
I was
just
raised
being a
by
butt.
But
She's
I
just
did.
being an
I
older
thought-
sister.
I got more of the good qualities because it's not biological.
BJ was a very good stepfather.
Yes.
To
Okay,
y'all.
yes.
The step doesn't need to be there.
He doesn't. He's
He
a
was
very
a
good
very
father
good
to
father.
y'all. Very good father
Yes,
to
he
y'all.
was.
And let me
He
tell
still
you.
is.
And let me
Still
tell you
is.
something. Christopher has been a very good father to my children.
Yes,
He has never, like Elizabeth's like his favorite, and he will say that.
Savannah,
No,
don't
no,
listen to that.
Like Savannah knows. Savannah, you know you're his
You
dad.
know your
your
daddy
daddy's
loves
girl, but
Oh,
Elizabeth
yeah.
is like his
Yeah.
meat pie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's on her
That's
license
adorable.
plate. It's on her license plate. It says meat pie,
Yeah.
and he loves his meat pie. He just
And-
can't help it.
And BJ loves the kid. He loves
Yeah,
all
he just
my
loves it.
children.
And
Yeah.
he loves Luke and Eric. Luke, of course, is his pimp daddy. That's white boy Luke. Luke deals the drugs and has the girls and whatever.
But he doesn't do none of that.
But he doesn't do none of that.
He does
Hey,
have the
Luke is a
girls.
good boy.
He's a good
I
He
think
thinks he
Luke
could.
has the personality to deal drugs.
To be
He
a-
could do it and be on the
Successful.
under the radar.
Yeah, he could be
absolutely.
like clean big money drug
Yes.
He would
Look,
never
he
be
would never
suspected.
know.
And then we have no one would ever know.
Never know.
Then we have Derek. Which, by the
You would
way,
know every damn thing Eric's doing.
hey, producer Parker has no
Well, I just
time
want
to
you to,
talk.
I just want everybody to remember to pray for our Wendy.
Pray for Wendy.
Please
Oh
pray.
my God.
If
Pray
you
for
don't
Wendy.
pray, send out good vibes into the universe.
Yes,
Please,
whatever
for her.
you do, whatever.
For healing, for pain
Peace,
relief, for peace,
comfort.
for comfort, for any of that.
For understanding,
her children,
everything.
her husband,
Yes.
her,
They
just
need it.
everything, because she has not been given a very good prognosis.
Not at all.
And
we're
this
we're
woman-
so young. We're only
This
49
woman
years old.
Is like just the best
Gold.
thing in the world.
Golden.
She is
Golden.
golden. Yeah. We
Golden.
love her. She loves life.
And honestly, Laura, if tomorrow or whatever, y'all need to see her.
Yes.
You need
Oh,
to visit
yeah, I
her.
want to come see her.
I'm going over
I
there
do.
tomorrow after I see Mom and Daddy. And
I
then we're
do want to
meeting.
come see Wendy.
So you need to see her tomorrow with me.
She is.
She needs it. She loves it.
She is so wonderful. She was like, all right, so she was the best assistant with me to Chris.
Bullshit. Okay, now we're getting carried away.
Oh yes.
Getting
We
carried
went
away.
to
She's not a good
we went to
assistant.
Tuscaloosa and watched an Alabama game.
She can read in the dark.
And so me and Wendy were in the back seat of a Charger.
Yes, we got hit by a deer
And so, but not on the way up there.
on the way back.
And we had a great drive up there. We
Saw the Alabama
the
game.
Oh my God,
We
it was
won.
so fun. We won. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
We went to someplace to go.
The Jim and whatever's Jim and
Steakhouse
Nick's.
or
No, barbecue.
barbecue.
Jim and Nick's barbecue
Oh,
or
it was
something in
fine.
Tuscaloosa.
So then we leave, and then it's getting dark, and we're driving down the road, and Wendy has got a magazine in the back seat,
In the dark.
and she's reading a magazine in the dark. I mean, this girl's got powers. She's got superpowers.
Superpower.
And she is just reading this damn magazine in the dark. I'm like, Wendy!
She
And
got eagle vision.
so anyway, and then we hit a deer.
Our deer hits us. we
Our
don't
deer
know.
hits us. We don't know. We don't know.
It was
And
terrifying.
Anyway, we made it on home. But anyway, we were Chris's
Hey,
secretaries.
But we pulled over at the gas station, and
We
my
did.
door wouldn't open on
Yeah.
the passenger
Mhm.
side. And it, by the way, was not our car.
That was not.
It was
No.
a car from the dealership
Oh,
that
my
Chris
God.
worked at the time.
And you know that was scary driving in that little bitty car.
It wasn't a little car though. I mean, it was
But
just a
you
sedan.
feel little bitty when you're in that back seat. I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
It was four doors.
In a
It
sports.
wasn't sports. It was a. It was a.
I think it's considered a sports
It
car.
was
I
a
think
Charger.
A Charger is a sports
A
car.
Challenger is the sports car. Charger is a
Whatever.
four-door sedan.
She
Eric
wasn't-
drives a Challenger.
Her ass wasn't in the back seat.
They're big.
So, you
I know
have.
what it is, but
Do
I don't
not
know.
even try to speak for me and Wendy. Wendy,
It's
I
a
got you,
full-size
girl.
sedan.
Hell,
It's like a
no.
Taurus.
Hell to no. We're just. We could not believe that we were in this car. I mean, it was so magical. The experience was so
It was
magical. We could have
It was
peed on
orange.
ourselves and not even known.
It was this color.
We would have never even known we had peed in the car. It was so magical.
What are you even talking about anymore?
But anyway, you're to Hawaii.
What are you talking
I
about?
don't even know.
She's talking about Wendy could read in the dark, but that's it. That's all. That was
Another
the,
kid in the car.
that was the biggest thing when you could read in the dark.
She
They
could
were.
pee in the dark too if she wanted.
These
Wendy-
people just do not get.
Wendy could
They
pee
do
on the
not.
side of the road. Wendy could pee anywhere, and I got to pee right now, so we got to end this podcast because my
We
bladder's
do
about
have
to
to.
die,
We do because my bladder's about to pop.
and we only have 2 bathrooms.
And
a pool.
so remember that what were we drinking earlier?
We drank
But what were we drinking before?
earlier. We were drinking Cafe Zinfandel.
Okay,
Which we drink all the time, so that's not
Yeah.
a new one. But the Flybird pineapple coconut pina colada
It was pretty good.
wine cocktail,
Really
ready to
good.
drink, 15% alcohol. Holla, it's
Holla.
good. Okay,
Wow.
it gets 2 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down from her, but she doesn't like it 2 thumbs down. Whatever. It was
Two
good.
big toes down.
It was good. It was good. I would recommend it.
Okay.
I would recommend it.
And we enjoyed tonight.
Yes.
It has been
And we will
so
see you
fun.
again next week.
And yes, we'll see you next
Yes.
week. We love you.
Love you.
and cheers.
Cheers to our empty cups, but good night.
It's about lunchtime.